eba ben mu a bibia akemu no monsa ebeka en wo se obia de ni sika ma aban na ni sika no ye den ebekam ye ba be ye campaign e hote MPP wa adwuma ye ye niema ni bi was e wa aban mu ye ntimi anwie en wo se aban bia etena ho ema sebe onipa de ni sika ema aban na ebeduru mi bi no aban ebeti ni sika no so MPP ba sa nipa 2,320
and in all things give thanks to Almighty Allah. Rejoice always, pray continually. In all circumstances we give thanks to God Almighty, Jehovah Jireh, Jehovah Adonai, Jehovah El Shaddai, Tikeno, the omnipotent, omniscient, omnipresent, the creator of the heavens and the earth. One of and Pribiamuni ideas that the man and pay me Kenya was spirit no kakra. Oh you, I mean Kenya was spirit no kakra. You have a dampened spirit. You have a dampened spirit. You have a dampened spirit. Oh my crow. Sani anu me si etie. Ani se ne hunu nya anuama no. Ama wo kra. E wo san kan ni gie no. Wo kra no eboto. Ama wo kra no areho abehiem wo. I mean Kenya wanna pay. With this track and I see that. Abronaka of 1 Thessalonians chapter number 5 verse 16 to 18. As I rejoice always, pray continually, and in all things give thanks to Almighty. We are very much grateful to God Almighty for giving us this day, or counting us among the living. And I pay you share Cocratias for home. And then they catch a young copoda. I said, oh, I'm going to channel pay. I'm going to to this program, Western in the Morning, Western Diamond TV, Wednesday's edition, the 10th of December 2025. And Camera Permuaka, the 10th of January. Year 2026, man, is and I foresee that me hunu sa some me show 2026 me hunu pa sanse yakropa me so me no woni me hwamoda na waka bi a kire me bia no aye adwuma se 2026 yakropa ahye me bo se o kire ma be obi bibia woni me bia no woni no adi nkomo woni ni di nkuta ho obi bibia no a woni no abon komoda woni no adi esan mo san ada e wa brabo imu no. You shall definitely meet the person in 2026. Until we are me helpful, we are me cheerful, we will be a man with business every video. So we are me juma ni me no na ye juma be ko weka. We will be a minimum woman bush any me na hufuo mu. Sabi impredias and the minimum posa what time a cramp no. Sansa me to me ni tamfo. Until the minimum posa ya me ye nature no. What time in a cramp no. Me wo gidie pass 2026 mehia no nti me yenhia wate yes I will say mehia wo 2026 mo exactly 18 minutes past the R6 Wednesday's edition of Western in the Morning on Western Diamond TV and I pay more text message emphasize 0248 071174 0248 071174 na yende brenken kan emfa my text message WhatsApp line YouTube Western Diamond TV. Obetumi akona do adwen channel so ato follow yen honom na subscribe na ode ye pesa o twa to obi atrefa to o maye. Medi ade watch Ramaba ASN the radio PRO. So we are switching to the brighter side of life this morning. Welcome with Akwaba Bonalve. Marhaba. Kolnafia. Lafia Loduala. Lafibe desma ina matalongo bansama wala. Efuna davia fwa. Mahiyo hapa kanue. Yokakadi betetenyo tonya jonga samia. Nuko penga samia lo. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Bera sipia no pay aboafo no doso. Na dwumadi ebedie no so no wase wo oka me hunti no mama okwan se wo text message WhatsApp message ebeba didi kan etoso mienu so no ebra no ewiedu mama okwan no so bewure mu na wo do adwenkyere eti aba dwumadi so via telephone conversation. Bera sipia no pay na anopen so obade yakopan ya dom ode ankwade afam yen I was say to me see a home crying MMP morning motivational prayer. And which you know near a mind canna and come on tina element no na mintwa mo sema embra me ba na ye de MMP morning motivational prayer atwaso e di amount. On that note, good morning.
Root me 101.3 Nyaminsa wo.
Our debt exchange no hono a car mo boy here for mrentintin a yebeba power no MPP a mimi jidi se medano no sika bia akokem no Dr. Brian Champion ba bedi o mampeni no obetua musika abamo pension funds institutions are musika kemu emra ne ye wo aban mu no se nyankopon ye adom de ye ba aban mu a bibia akemu no monsa ebeka and what say obia di nisika ma aban na nisika no ye den ebekem ye ba be ye campaign e hote MPP wa adwuma ye share niema ni bi was e wa aban mu ye ntimi anwie and what say aban bia etena ho ema sebe onipa di nisika ema aban na ebeduru me bi no aban ebeti nisika no so MPP bar Sanipa 2,320
Serious Jamewa Limoko Bene Ami Wale Odi Odona Yema Wetu Eje Samaza Sienena Enkoya Enkunim Jeye Weratine Omadia Watch me. A grateful heart is the best kind of hair. A grateful heart is the best kind of hair. On a way, I am MMP morning motivational pill. I'm a day elsewhere. A grateful heart is the best kind of hair. Hair spelled H-A-R-E. Abo Nipa. A grateful heart is the best kind of hair. And I been and come on menu 8 years before me break here kwa basasi na yumtini na si ede asidanum and ede mo yankropon a me catch us say me kenya wo spirit no because me hunu sa na pay do na no o mo spirit no e dampened one mo spirit no aboto ye one spirit no aboto also mutumi enya spirit a joyful spirit. Nobody a drum now pay, but a spirit no aboto. Na a grateful heart is the best kind of hair. I did be one, ya fast the moon young cropon. And is a cremomua in Islam. The abatuni bia was say Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. Into the abeto kremoni biano or the asadamo yankopon was a kullu musabana wa akatabala. The abeto ni pebiano, ye fast the moon yankopon. And to know yen in Islam, we don't promote bonsam in your mabia, warrior was as you swore. Yes, of course, bonsam. Our Bible nim bronsam our Quran nim etre se wono so ye ne ho so ne die na so Bible no se age won a epe ana obonsam benya won so tumi na so yakopon de what the obia pedia mano. Now so wo peno ana mo bonsam Onyankopon pena wode ama wo se fa bobra wasase so no betumi mo bonsam enya kwan e wo peno Onyankopon de ama onim. But so ni pe bia di se ni trimu se papa mu boni mu menya me ene wo a papa mu boni mu menya me ene wo a na ka pe pomo nipa ate Onyankopon ase e pe pomo nipa ate asase ete so no wate ase ye na de bia me kama se bi se awiase ye wo mu yi se wonnim mu a awiawo but nya ka be fe e be de na be akontoye mu ne se na ka be bia mu no odi ase de mo Onyankopon e ma obonsam tumi se e ma bayfo chance e ma akabreche chance emma edutuo chance emma ya twama no chance emma spiritual marriage chance emma obi na ye no chance saade no emma no chance hunu se safo no kwa wotumi etumi ye wo saade a adan na menkan fu me Nyankopon no mom emma satumi ni se ne wo ye ne yes ebia wo ampa na wo ye me na so me ni gidie wo ne wo ye nim se ye wo a na mom na me Nyankopon no na me fi se me boni bia maye me mrato bia mato me mumuyuo bia maye me nyoma bia maye a eno no entwa ye wo Nyankopon nanim no ho aso twe no Nyankopon ede mame eno nti adan na mense bone fa chen fo Nyankopon na menka ne kase yo ni gratefulness menda na se empono wankume na momo wode asotwe bi se na ede mameye amesa wogidi o mu se eye danya no a enkanfo ne ntontumi a ene asede bia mede ma nentie no dan kwam mabi no sawo hawo na eda meso no dan kwam bi sawo hawo na de mabusua no so no dan kwam bi sa abebresa ne ntwetwewa ntwetweda mewo sa abenedia medie no a edenya no a obeye freme so na mom u promote obonsam ne mamom a wo yes wo no ene wo ye wo na be grateful because Bible no kura no mo kan say rejoice always no ninji de bia pray continually bompay wabra wombra ho and in all circumstances give thanks to Almighty fa asedamo Nyankopon wo ade bia mu it say papa fa asedama no say bonia fa asedama no and I pray be grateful because a grateful heart is the best kind of hair wo wakuma mu and say so be ye bi mam ya meda na se se ketuo se kasio me obi a me da onim passe me obi a me da me Nyankopon na se se wo ye bi po ade ama me wa resem so be bi di ama me no sa akoma no ete sa no won na enyini chepa sa akoma no akoma o ye grateful wo ye obi a wonye boni aye akoma anya boni aye dem akoma ye grateful wono ani akoma enyini chepa is the best kind of hair me fancy me da se be grateful for once. But I see 27 minutes past the hour 6. And I'll pay you be ragana komomuna at the end this year. And I must spend the time with pa I will member shebedum fee. Acquires your night parliament, your members of parliament, your 2 about my monala. On he been a can ask me some quas. So I hear no. South Crontina can say all the 5 aspirants or more contest MPP primary, so me some quas no. Crontina and say hefe suom bibi suom kronti hene ye he no but say me mpese me choose no wet ni bi esa say ya insult a na say bi ono na say o kan na make say wo ka bibi say sankwasa in fact me mpese me de sankwasa betoto ye members of parliament no but yo mo ye no ene bra o mo France ye call parliament enyoma hudu esisie right from the ye dissolve the 8th parliament you read the 9th parliament mu issues upon issues it's na embrace bedem fie no it's an eyesore and then go for by that chaotic scenes are o hwe ye o TV no so any other issues are when you say see parliament but in France you say the member of parliament for Pandai Yewra Martinyindam ye na enim se papa no Tamale High Court e say yenya rerun e wo ne constituency ho that was on the 24th of November and Tamale High Court rule ye say ninia Daniel Nsala Wakpla say metwedi na NDC ni no the assembly court say some discrepancies be anomalies be in your issues BCC here 41 polling stations Into no, even the complainant, you know, what the 41 polling stations and a court. But the economy, you know, not Tamale High Court to say, a bias from your into all the polling stations, all in Nano, yan to a bunny beam, ama the ruling no a buyer. But as some come sano, now I was here a chance of parliament, Ankasa, a bet you so, per the court's order, no, ye declare the seat of Pandai vacant. Na say obiano owo eye akontoyo mu anase owo pepa say obo contest Pandai seat otumi a contest but first one to suma me na ehade. So parliament declares Pandai seat vacant after court orders rerun into no and now no I think it's a letter no dated 19th, right? No, dated 4th December and court free a year on membership of them free the clerk to parliament or not true crata edukoma easy say parliament is where you mutumi so by the powers vested in him as a clerk what try the ama easy say Pandai seat no officially you declare vacant ye catch easy on so aboaboan ho abana otumi ababe den abe run and as a by election Pandai. So this is from UTV, so the credit that's the news card no but people could hear videos ahodo bi ni ade ewo ho. So parliament declares Pandai seat vacant after court orders rerun. So credit to UTV one more news card near you soon. Now answer na parliament obe declare seat we no yera Matthew Nyindam ne lawyers also a file stay of execution our court until no one tears say parliament ya where say yera Matthew Nyindam and the lawyers a file a stay of execution our court and so parliament edify the other side I say application ya what the court no parliament edify because sabi asam na yese bi enyan court a court come a court asheda o metena asam na eso nti akoba ne sen na parliament won akasa hye o mo ho na wo matwe krata e de koma easy say won hwe ko run ewo eye Pandai ave yan letter no a the clerk to parliament Yewra Ebenezer Ahuma chiritro ana jietro Otreye and in such as ye edukoma easy. So dated 4th of December 2025. I read. Macho bet me ama me reading here. I say in so the headline is say occurrence of vacancy in the membership of parliament. Occurrence of vacancy in the membership of parliament. So the letter was addressed to the chairperson of EC, Mrs. Jane Adukwe Mensah. Dear Madam Chairperson, in exercise of the powers conferred and the duty imposed on the clerk to Parliament by Article 112 Clause 5, as amended of the 1992 Constitution of the Republic of Ghana, as amended, I, Ebenezer Ahuma Chiritro, the clerk to Parliament, do hereby formally notify you of the occurrence of a vacancy in the membership of Parliament, occasioned by the order of the High Court, that's Tamale, for a rerun of the Pandai parliamentary elections, given on the 24th of November 2025. This notification is pursuant to the service of the court order on the clerk to Parliament as the fourth respondent in the suit numbered NR/TL/HC/E13/22/25. So accordingly, notice is hereby given, signed by the clerk to Parliament, Ebenezer Ahuma Chiritro. Wano ena nsa ehyasie. Okay. Dia me aya me won was see a wasemi mu no say. Wo be kai say on the 18th of October last year, 2024, Yewra Haruna Idrusu at the Kratabi at the Parliament, presented by Honorable Kesato ba forcing obekai sakrata no ewo ho I think say word in a word form menim say adwena ye betumi de atoso a ye kai ho de enti ama me mwanwa kakra ne say wo hwe speeder ye speeder Speaker of Parliament say akoba ne say ye declare seat be vacant na say seat ni NPP seat speeder what they declare a seat ni vacant no aya na aye different from say NDC ni and the seat aye vacant say we steady aha so we steady here so amekayo because 18th October 2024 similar issue esiye no yera Peter Yakwache aka now we NDC member of parliament wo a Memphis Central due to one or two issues our party na mu our constituency na munti no wante no ase because na ya maame Joanna Jankujo promise no ababetu no enti ase nim na wo se de obekọ independent o contest or yes obekọ independent though o man ne kasa ye e na ba back to NDC mu but anya ne de e obekọ independent or NDC ni hwade ye say ye declare seat in vacant oya NDC ni ntino na aye hu dabi say in some issues bebrebe but me and be free NPP beka who say Kim and the speaker and I send you obey declare seat no vacant obeka yera honorable Andrew Amwako Esiama former member of parliament now NPP ni and due to one or two issues in your contest say on an independent ticket 2020 orini ye. But when it comes to business of the house, now we acquire the majority, that is the NPP. Though we had 137, and on over count money 138. When it comes to business side and what, you see the problem. But essence and where NPP ninti, where NPP ninti no speaker, I say you better declare that seat no vacant. Honorable Kojo Asante, so whom member of parliament, one also yes will call independent. Don't know a sitting member of parliament, but no one wants to maybe into a case of independent. Well, yeah, NPP MP. Yama me Cynthia Mamile Morrison. Cynthia Mamile Morrison. Aguna West NPP MP. One also yes independent 2024 make Kayo. But the entire mama coaches some come in and the abane say. Ahokeka Sami and senya mu na NPP for eya so mukọ independent just say is nya yes ahopopo no a wade declare say oh ye declare am seat in vacant but as starting na NDC MP Peter Kwachiaka no na easy twetwe na ase me say easy speaker of parliament or twetwe na ase because say man ye nyoma ye e parliament wa na se fee so ye pe MP sa o president na tesoa amwa na we be say o say adentimpo na NDC as na say by elections ayom desa adentia your report bi wa ha ye be boy no so na ye de ho nsam so ade amount so that was the letter from EC speaker your friend saying the clerk to parliament what they call EC na anura yera Frank anodom Prah in Sawam Aduajiri, member of parliament, where ye minority chief whip, or Kasa of parliament. Now, me name the entire almost black, no, ye young penfriend no medium come, every song was a didn't almost black. What Kasa ye? I catch a speaker say, declaring the seat, no, a year, and nice seat, unfortunate and out of order because across the constitution, no, and you see breaching some clauses, a year, unfortunate and out of order. Na nesi wakai no mumenya brani ko tie bi na ye wia the course of parliament I nam suma chaos kakrasi ye e the middle of parliament no ye kwa kwhwe sa ensem no so ebi kakra na ya san abaduma mu bi me da say ye ntie bi mrese ya.
We must do better, and this house must do better, and we must act better. Let us commit ourselves to principle leadership, to procedural fidelity, and to the understanding that this house is a guardian, not a manipulator of the law. Legitimacy of parliament depends on our consistency The legitimacy of Parliament depends on our consistency, and we can't do otherwise. And consistency depends on our willingness to obey, not our political impulses, but the clear dictates of the law. Speaker, we strongly submit that the letter that was filed to the Electoral Commission was out of place, was unfortunate, and flies in the face of law and procedural justice. We submit strongly to this House that that letter must be withdrawn by Parliament forthwith, and we must act and stay consistent with the pronouncements of the chair, for that matter, the Speaker, on this same matter. We in the minority do not agree to the writing of this letter. We make a strong position that that letter must be withdrawn forthwith. And as a cradle of democracy, we must be seen to be setting a very good example for the populace of this country to follow so. Speaker, I submit to you that that letter must be recalled. That letter declaring the Kwanda seat vacant must be recalled immediately. It must be recalled immediately. It cannot be. It cannot be. The situation cannot. And we on this house, on this side of the house, cannot support that decision. Ghana is a fledgling democracy, and the least we can do is to support procedure, is to support the provisions of our law, and to stay away from decisions that flies in the face of logic.
Frank Anodompe, is Roma Dredge, member of Parliament, minority chief whip, and what is a workers. And in fact, they are started no, and why in democracy practice no, you know it. Well, if you are aware, say, woman that would to me, no, Tinyon Pebian or a majority, and old 2 minutes, young Pebian or ye, and this no abemu, Tinon Pebia and or a ye. But set obi a file court order. Now also otre grant akoma easy. Say Tamale High Court. Na Tamale High Court ni Supreme Court dey na so. Oh no nti no say manya nyoma ye na man set exemplar e be president ye papa to a obi aba na mu ye no na be yo. But minority for say they stand solidly behind Omunua Martininam. The member of Parliament for Panda. Once we didn't catch an crying that say Speaker declared the seat vacant or better chain. Nemum our resemu say. Neman form work and that constituency. Yakore some of the actions of a year minority and unkuta placards and I say sheet of paper. Yes, and now omode edge. I say we can see through your plans for a third term agenda. We can see through your plans for a third term agenda. So some of the videos are and we go na basa you see our parliament in film for one so no yebeba na eba be yisam for the business dey achiro empia ye ni komombra honorable Nana Eje Bafo Ewua eye member of parliament for the good people of Menchia South yana no ending komo embra nimu ni timiso komo ebedie no mra so bebe mu honorable no pay Western Diamond TV untimi radio da ase machi o. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, madam. Sir, what's your name to say?
Yamia do me hoye panamba chonzo e.
You saw the musu here pa.
E do ba de Nyankopon ase. Ene komo ne obebu mienu, ye be di parliament nkomo ne ahwe emra kwan soso no, sania nkomo ye bedie no e wo se ye defa. Ba me France je say, eno de ntia no ma she black no betumi achem kakra ma ya.
E pato, dan ti de o kan you, adorable.
Na me say enra, identity the minority side no. Muna mashe entire black is a problem ben.
Not yet. You know any Prah.
No money abre.
Study. With the nominee and shower tea for answer.
Okay.
Sure. Western for here. Omo teacher the bench. Any ammonia near Prah. Any force utumi fotiwa or cover for.
Sure.
Now, I couldn't pretend so yeah. Majority for the NDC for Tom Cassian or Mopesa or Muro Yakawa fire battery. I said the Obiro Wakawa for batteries who are named Prah and Wede. Prah. If see a comment, the company of community sabi super cry omodit any tie yakasabua yom so mo krisi yam ewo mla sibigam ho any time ya no mo pese omodit kan yen so kai yinia eneskumi
sure
mo de fa so atete sempa nye atete semketwa se yedene kokoto no nya satani police investigating so Niema akuswa na sebe mayomu obofo omedima boyarfo na afidie akuyese ubia mati yinda modene pokot na musekoto swedi sebe emreno court no udin kwa anyone sabi court judgment who enforce so I say
sure
no there were the ones to issue the statutory stay of execution that the ones so the many kind says sabi obe appeal or appeal so now or the motion for stay of execution the bar on camera we believe the council in the cooling off period so
okay
now so cooling off period so the judgment to the enforce and said in answer so answer be wo na onipano at the motion for stay of execution na or the bar answer no emuno so sabi also sustain no and the na court ni entia and also judgment no court no enforce so
okay
now we there say once someone now what you mean in parliament now what you mean in parliament of and the speaker I rule on it and the rule you know what to say and then now so no kwa send so no ku na she ya filing motion for stay of execution and so na court gravity obebuam sabi and also judgment no unkimi enye dey enforce
sure
so now sabi papa ako file a motion for stay of execution and what the copy and so a break clerk of parliament na she be jam one so say speaker ifu adia clerk now dey farm so so we share the constitution of Ghana now say all processes court processes meaning no a clerk near serving
okay
enti DSC ye wo mre mu bia ya opani we ni chino na clerk no actual akoma electoral commission say and I seat no are vacant in other words court ni decision no more enforce abra sebe stay of execution
epende
opani we enye kawa na mo pese mo fire battery na ni necessary ena no judge question sembaye judge question sembaye no uka kire yen se speaker ya na na o speaker Gbambaben ana na o uka kire yen se motion for stay of execution pende into the yen to one mo enye sa ni see
sure
Emma judge question na court na parliament ko pem say Supreme Court a decision and make final decision. So I say,
okay.
In the answer, after the moon person with them, a bay to me. The answer. So I say, in the opening, say, speaker, any clerk, or matum penswa, sabi afidie, almost fambra a year juma, opening the day. Dear party between other than the year in your So what I say?
Okay.
So almost 2 pempem so some famra enye juma. Dear junior day from the NIC of Parliament.
But honorable say yet chance ye ha. Yes, I'm sure who say ekoba na sansamino efa NPP ho a ahokeka ya na ye speaker of parliament, right, honorable Abambabi. Wadi 2 anamon any ade na ya na ha say ententem so no de aye. Ba ekoye NDC members of parliament binum so a because me kai October 18th 2024 ebra the former members of parliament seat no ye be say declare vacant. It started with Peter Kwatiaka. That is Amenfi Central. Oh, yeah, they don't kukwasa sa. NPP me and Sabeka who say Kim. Oh, I feel na asa honiaba. Yeah, be say declare it vacant. Be say declare. I don't know. Enti no kwanswa na wo ka no. Minim kwa mo no ti wo parliament when I don't know say bia omo majority no do to 30 na eboro mo de asu ntina omo treat musa no de anama yo mo bibi boni bi so a eno ne yente ya.
Na me ba cho. So majority here, not just a family engagement. Not just a family engagement.
Yeah.
If you are the watching, so the miserable for BDR, then he has to repeat in the beginning. Happy. They say the air can say. Actually, a what do Pempenswa and Brapa the water so with them Rabbe Edgema. Now, so we talk to so them Rabbe Edgema in this year. I want to show them Rabbe Edgema in this year.
Yes, but I also said yentina as a by elections, you know, I NDC for this me document be ada ha. In fact, amount I must spend or by election mono. And then ya you say the actual amount no na mum no umetwabo bi na dia tom de yes no all because of kakra so betumi atafere ho ne ade no. And you one factor me hu no pe de me sa kan wa ha. Mo say that yentina mo so mani agye ho sa. Is it that omo pe MP sa omo president na te so and no mu preach constituency no and our problem the important thing by elections are no
when you say there and you be the cultural since what to say among microphone say President Hama also Sakubi
yes
this among microphone say
we preach third term yes that way yati
say any provision agenda sa no mu share nkakra na sabri ya omodi pempen so omon peso omode mirabe ye adwuma opani ubetumi edon say subo say Ghana constitution no edu bia a wasi biswa sabi obubi diso sa ubetumi don say subo sa
there
yemi de mi lawyer ni
yes
sabi mi se sa na mara ne tie so ti ase na so president mahama mi ni trim na mi ni na komam so what I say
sure
and me omusu no omoban ana me bisa nsindi enti ye chef ne ne omu person mo de mira be ye adwuma so chief justice yeso you know you ya president mama so omi mo she ye de nam ko bi so ani you know and me omu di easy for equal omu person mo to omu so the same and am omu to with the chief justice so I don't know person electoral commission so it's me with me from I don't say so we say omo be diga na maraso say the seni fata when
Honorable, yes
then kaso mo be so I said ni na ni say woni ejina wo woni
okay
ko be kasa na sabi wo catch me pa na wo kasa then so sabi abasani watara onu bi asabi o ye fatem you
sure
abasani watara wo catch me pa omo ma ye sani nyina wa Africa ha no omo nya fatam for omo so me catch for o ti ase
sure
inti mpanyinsi asankase ba franka anye dey inti so
very well
so
very well
inti na so nsem bi say no ena ma hu se enkofu ise no ma dey omosu ana obunya obubeye
okay
so tu du rasu paye ne me bi say bia so se so you bi apa o de mirabe ye adwuma
Honorable, yeah, first man about company and wrap up on this conversation. Now, here the motion, make us hear Martin Yundam, the lawyers, no, that's the application of the Supreme Court, no, the delay in carrying out court's order. That's Tamale High Court order, the buyer, that's the state of execution, no. Court to Supreme Court, no, as share that. You the bet now, some of the sweet tea and now said, because 16th of this month.
16th of this month.
Now, me aware say parliament and so the clerk to parliament ya aware say 16th you better now say this and come on. And say you what track to come easy say panda seat you declare vacant. Eh hono embremu no we breachy biribi wo hono ntia no mutuma na somebody no fast wo.
So say Seshura right now Kasabie ya na a stay of execution.
Okay.
But motion for stay of execution pending.
Yes.
So, enti one day in Chay and you pass and quiet the way. So,
it will response Ben or the man when after some workers only draw that letter now to come easy. No response Ben or the man and I will response to
kind about my
speaker and I say,
speaker no, and then it's your Wajuna, it will
was all too quiet.
I can't try it.
Hey, Parliament hold the power.
Which constitution one, which constitution one. She declares sitting vacant. This is the chrono, said you and Amanabasa, saying you Nabasa, easy for 30 days to obey elections. In Tisu to Quine, Obana, the ruling. But Obama did this in Yancy.
Yes,
I can't say easy for the boat and prepare. Omyamo Sakam. So, when you na I said that I say a good to say, or maybe or not, the answer to moon said, or may we listen to me. So I say, and then we say you, or China Yanshin Pabemo, who they a grassroots for those who demand things. So I say,
okay.
Now, so we are or maybe an eye for an eye. It will make the whole world blind.
It's true.
No, so many numbers already. A year in the army, the Bifla. It's the Ecoson, a year papa, get to baby. You have very matured leadership. Leadership are, I don't know, they meaning. Now, a year net, what teenage now, Wakame, it's not parliament here, it's not to say, we've got to that point. You hear leaders are a Masani money be jai. But I say, you do me new.
Okay.
But I say, the piani a Kikayahu, the piani a Kikayahu. I mean, I see you, the many penny Juma. I mean, I see you, the many passabi, Omukwa Yarisha, Omutwin Yarisha Papa. So, I mean, I see you, the Masabi, a dear map or a buffon. Any NDC free, Omubai, electricity board across.
Sure.
She galamsey in Yaye. She any movie brain a new air thing. Brunia Bay, your mamma, your papa, your man, or motion, say Antoniema. Swata.
Sure.
I am Toniema. Antoniema. Na daily busy. Said the amateur in the air.
Okay.
It was a class of parties, the kaboom, and do a door against say. This picture may nothing paying for Yakaya. Open your papa.
Papa. And I say, Cram, who's about to blow? Eh, me who until the day. Man, that's in vacancy, right? Okay, Mate, but I see you on our way. I mean, lawyer Nana Eje Bafo Ewa, the good member of parliament for the good people of Mencia South. Oyembre nimu ni ntino enkomo bi odi e bia na ode mra na toto ho e ma na ye de ntino ya ro ba choma video na no na parliamentarians eh rade penfo we pa so kra dia ni na hade no mo ye eno hade na mo ye ye just night parliament we na nkasa no me hunu anyway be omo minority na sorry aba center ho and a majority for no say share wo munga mu And me hunu Gavin Kwame Abuja, the member of parliament for Adakulu, Roads and Highways Minister. On the shop, say why you said dear Kalano. I don't know. And a brand here, why deputy agric minister is in the training, John Dumelu, on no way. And me who baby. I don't go any. Diana Mamo Reshabu Neja on uncle. Kwabi number 1, no Kwabi Neja on the ja. Papa ni on Basso Bocum, ya panism to a nature on the ja, why a spectator or heavy. Takoradi MP. All right. Now, but I'm far when into some expenses are yes, by election. You quite by election, ya. And this by election be a could expenses are you make an example. Yabo a car, yabo as on mine. So this is a leaked document. Government blows 79.2 million on by-election and other expenses. On by-election and other expenses. Into by-election guano. Mienu pona waha, mienu pe ena waha. Ablekuma North rerun. Election rerun de kokwa ye no. You're spending 1,050,000 Ghana cedis. 1,050,000 Ghana cedis. And Ebanu say where Ablekuma North constituency rerun. Operational expenses for Akwetia by election. Akwetia by election. Also, the whole screen this one. 38,650,000. 38,650,000. And the other expenses be near there. Though by election, I am in Accra mebwa. You call Tamale Central. The na ambaye. Expenses a year so far 79,260,000 Ghana cedis. And they are spending. You spend you a year by election any other a year expenses a year or by elections home. Into no on my sikano. Akwa say one way kuta wo no mo de ye ne mo pe bia emfa so bia no emba so. But eno also NPP amayoku no. Wo mo ye press conference and me din kan ka kire say yes spend time pa e wo pandai issue no ho both in parliament and NPP amanyoku no so no on press conference omo ye na press conference no benefo bebre no akasa ye me hunu the the director of communications Yewra Richard Ahiagba me hunu no na me hunu Nana B the national organizer for the NPP but ye kwakwtie komo bi mbayaro ye roli na ye ntie ne Nana B nkomo ne edi ye fan of Kandai seat no ho ene hihia hodo bi a NDC amanyoku we aye wan dwe se omo eye na etumi aye se won pese omo ye omo dwe se omo gu NPP party no but enye ye ontumi gu NPP party man enye ye ndi ekwokwoti omo mra enora the press.
So is everybody set? Okay. Who is the no sir? Is it last minute?
Ya makeno ntino yekwoti embrase ya na bi kasa ye ewo ye ntwi language nim ntie na bi kaka na ebedi nkoma afa eno nso eho eno nkoma bebre wo fie ha nkoma bebre no a ena wo fie ameda se say ready a enroli na yenkɔ enim bena sipi
Menuanom adofo media for ye hyemu ha enema mienu na ye de frɛ mu ma mo hwɛ me a hwɛ tuntum sanse ni braba Ghana for koto aba Ghana for kasai ye de tumi ehye President Mahama ene NDC phone na saa tumi a ye de ma omo e kam yakoye so mpeso mo fa Ghana for no mum afinie a Ghana for de tumi ehye wonsa ne nka ye pa hu ni impuntuo ne ye pa hu ni ebosha omo hye Ghana for 24-hour economy kebe ye yie na ye adwuma enei eni ho ne Ghana for epe ene ahoto ene nkane abo ya tutum ene insuo bo ya tutum ene se make say galamsey ye tuwa ma ya say ye bibia ene aginsemu aye tantantan NDC for the gold board aba eno ena Emma galamsey no kwa edi enya chance omoto eye gold if you galam say for you internet NDC executives nyina no agensem e wo kwaye mu say ya kwaye ne yensuo ba bia obefa bia NDC executives say yewura president Mahama e shebo say bebo ya kwaye hu ban ene ehwe ne yesi na emom ne aban na adwen ne say obeka obi akasaboa ahye ne yam ne enyo mo dia no omo pese omo fa ekwan boni bi so na ebedi wonsa yebeka ya yenim kwan ya yede chief justice afaso wiase afa na nyina Commonwealth kwa kaseti ai ene yeyi ye maame afiri so enche mo hu a omo asa sponsor eye petition bia ye pese edi yi electoral commission ene chidifo nano yakoda ne sore ya pandai honorable Matthew Nyindam wadin kunim enye manu mienu ne miensa ne nan ne oha ne ahanu bi no didi nkunim o empem miensa achirei ahanson ane aduasan nan 3,734 votes no didi nkunim NDC for tabri asemi di court omo de court no omo ankasa omo num asem omo de call omo say 41 out of the over 150 polling stations no and omo ho asem ka. In fact, omo adansi ni a omo de ko gina adaka mu kura no ono kura ne ka say aba omo ka ho asem nyina no be 500 votes anuanom ne adofo amahyiam esi there na 500 votes na efa 41 polling stations woni nti no jaja otena adwom e wotamale enam kwati kwan so echinchim ye mbra no esi ye mbra ne tirase na osi wetwa abatoa ye to ye ne nyinaa mu asefem Ghana mbra no eda adi pefe se ansa na ubetwa eye abatoa bi mu no yedi kan also kiremu se enema bi kɔɔso a etieti amra na saa nneɛma na ɛkɔɔso a etieti amra no saa nneɛma na ɛwɔ nsunsuanso a abatoɔ no ɛyɛ ne epie firi mu no ebetumi adane ani yewura honorable Martin Nyindam ewini abai 3,734 ɔmo de ɔmo asɛm kɔɔ court ni sɛ aba no 500 pɛ ɛna ɛho wɔ kyim esi den na court ɔtena adwam no etimi twa ɛyɛ abato a yɛkoto wɔ yɛ pandai tinyinam emu ɔwerɛm empo wotie ensɛm a ɔfa so a ɔso ɔde atwam na ɔse na parliamentary candidate no ɔno a any collation center parliamentary candidate yi so ɔno hu sɛ ɔdi ntwo no ɛna ɔso a ne manfoɔ ɛna ɔmkɔ yɛ tutrasɛm ɛwɔ baabi a na ɔmo yɛ collation no ɛkɔ sɛe nneɛma ɛpaapae nneɛma ballot box yi ɔmo hye no afei na ama ɛhɔ koraa yɛ hu ɛno ne nam so ɛma electoral commission ka sɛ saa na ɛteɛ deɛ a ɛne aba no ɔwɔ sɛ ɔmo de kɔ baabi foforɔ na ɔmo de kɔ tamale so ɔmo kɔ kenka judge sɛ san sɛ ɛyɛ petitioner no anaasɛ NDC ɔmo candidate ani honti no twam emra no so nkyerɛ saa emra ne sɛ ɛyɛ returning officer ɔyɛ n'adwuma yie no na mmara kwan so na empo wɔn a wɔn si akan no koraa no wɔn ni hɔ anaasɛ wɔn anam musi ni bi ni hɔ nom a yɛtoa so ɛkenkan aba no ɛde tudwa ɛma ne yɛ yie yaagye yi wɔ ti emra ɛyɛ ama nneɛma bi ayɛ hu na no mebeka ya yɛkɔ Abdulkumanov electoral commission from January ɛkan ya sɛ ehu hia sɛ ɛbɛkɔ akɔtɔ ɔba no foforɔ biara san sɛ ɛyɛ polling station kakra bi na ɔsi ɛyɛ ho collation na ɛno ano declare ɔmo kɔ parliament kɔ ka asɛm yi yɛbɛhu ane sɛ afei akyire ehunahuna bi akɔ bɛɛ so wɔ baabi ɛso ni afei deɛ yɛn kɔnkɔtɔ ɔba no ɛwɔ 19 polling stations ɛwɔ yɛne asɛm abusua ne yɛbɛsrɛ yɛwura president Mahama ne sɛ Ghana for de tumi ahyɛ ne nsɛm Ghana for antɔn Ghana amfa ama NDC and His Excellency the President. Yanton Ghana farm. Ghana and your Japadier. Yet the Ghana show on sa, one number kwanso, and the yo near. The way the Kamia Kwan say, ye per se ye di who, ye per se ye chichiri, and the Pebinum say Guomechi, one now more cassetia by crampono. Ye per se ye calm casa bois, and they show me. Air Cosunie, and then who are about the top judiciary so. Miss judiciary for Ghana for you not tamochi. More beyond for whom times and then Okokota. Judge cried to me a coty animal farm. Part of the ruling. El Kofa Idi Amin Ebem. How?
Ayan Koma Enra Ekoso Ohese Nanabi, the national organizer for the NPP Wakasa Efa Niokoso Ewo NDC Amembuomu Eddie Matthew Indam. Ne case ya and the yedi nkedi hun komo parliament no ba yakwa manos ne ne yewra Asiedu Kokro ending komo deputy national communications director Emma NPP amanyoko no that report me come achen
we also na say
oba dia dom Western Diamond TV untim radio dum afan ye pa na won so
no ye
e de nyame ase we dey da se pass ye se waje yeso no pay ekaduma no na enura press conference na mo ye na efade an poti meti yewra matinyendam issue mu ene kwan a NDC amanyoko His Excellency John Dramani Mahama wadi en efa so NPP titiri ere fa so amembu wo buo senia the third term agenda ebi no free say wo preach ni ade na no metitini na no both from parliament and press conference and no amoye ye no ma boy to fama ye na ade yan
election na I got judge na otra case ni so chamale no sa antanchia na obu ye na ho asema na ye ka I think say a travesty of justice. So elections over all the electoral laws na papa na fanya juma. And we believe say the NDC should take power to be able to intimidate the judges in it because of political alignment. We judgment now on my high court or now good on your due diligence on the facts of the case here and more democracy in Kosovo. And that is why I communicated to the good people of Ghana. That we should not be so happy about the democracy because I mean the democracy because this democracy is not inspiring hope. I'm telling you. Yes, if you do proper diagnostic analysis for 1992 and started to about, we shall say this democracy is hope. So the opportunity to govern. So man, you're very careful. Anything can happen, and we should be very, very careful. And okay, the last 12 months, we are NDC for by. Look at how the judges and the Supreme, the judiciary, look at the tangent, the angular echo, and yes, we acquire Yefasu, the Chief Justice of the Republic of Ghana. It's not the best. We acquire a Bronye case, judge in the Caucasus, or animal farm. I want any authority in law to back a case or the Abronye Koshima. Did later assembly by the same thing a judge or contract case so or contract case so what my judgment is taking close to 1 week as another judgment in Eba. Now authority I buy elections in some election disputes we hear all the authorities they will not so the buasano in me na so papa bia. Other Yekasa. Yekasa said democracy is under attack because Omomo the state power now must not be so happy that they have won elections. Our majority close to 190 parliament. Okay, I'm telling you, if Omomo could tell the state power now, you're very careful, things can get out of hand. Because we know Kasa, your national environmental crisis at hand. All our river bodies are under threat. Mina has been polluted. Illegal mining in Kosovo. We are opening for Ghana. We have given the state power to people to manage. And again, are they protecting the river bodies? And then you Chief Justice, one more judges for Ghana. I'm telling you, and that is why I hear Kasa Young Kasa. Judges no do now from Ranyajuma because a woman after the government through the presidency and get the Chief Justice of the Republic of Ghana out of office over the new one.
That's about Kasa.
Judgment in a High Court judge in my a bogus judgment. And that is why I have filed a stay of execution. They have filed another one with the Supreme Court. Say, even if you look at the date, say almost filing for a petition, date term, because exactly the 24th of December, and go for the filing after that, about more than 2 days as at the end of filing. Yeah, if you look at a lot of authorities and national organizers site here in Lower. In actually, the candidate in a venue now, it doesn't prevent the electoral commission from declaring the results. Yes, because we were a litigant, we but election yet to about a police station. Police station agency now satisfied or must say, Bibia, Abania Kano, and our Noah, all Lusuno and Crawford, Gidio, near movie at the end of free Pandai, near the bar, Tamalebeka. It is a candidate now, Mata Malewa. Does it negate the results now for Kokiu at Wabana? No. That's what we are talking about. That the trial judge, he erred in law. Obia Omako, so Musiki, 41 police station, and they think some errors took place. Yeah, judge in there, 141, the whole 152 police station, the Pandai constituency, was saying, what came, is that how we run? You do things in the democracy. 2 years ago, this is our democracy. And look at the judgment that this judge is giving. Are we going back? Because he said, Abino, Chief Justice, who about judges, and some of them, and you'll be on the Wakokodo. Says a Supreme Court judge require permanent, no High Court judge. And Supreme Court di Emomu. Now, dear, Yana Sifim said, as I know, Mukobua, Semno, there's our working Pandai, 94, no, Ekika also, they'll be rewrite. In California, call Ghana Secondary School program, our Tamalino, Adiachi Monday, no, Muko, go a court, High Court, so he ordered for a rerun. Yeah, Bono so offer judgment in Nebra more than 1 week as a judgment in Nebra. Nathan idea. I'm telling you, look at what is happening across our sub-region. Look at what is happening in
Benin.
Look at what is happening in Mali. Look at what is happening in Burkina Faso. In Burkina Faso, and then who called Accra. Boy, I'll go to constitutional government. Just have afforded the picture. We should not be so happy.
Oh, go for the brand here, or deep in the idea. Oh, and I don't cramp up, Madame for say, oh, why corner ya customize your gunatari mu, and now what I'm community.
I was go to constitutional government. Go near Tigana, near Salvatino. What does it tell you? It tells you that the Ghanaian people are losing hope in this
democracy. Say, ain't me from the company, say, and I say, I'm from Ukambias because I'm a penny John Roman, Mamma, and Casa Tonsa, friend, and Bay, swimming in. I'm a brand try about my Ganima, a 2 bona town swa, what they echo Hago, man, penny, you know. I'm a make a job, no make a same so. Okay, do they now, but you see, me, I've been talking about this democracy the last 12 months. That we should not be very happy about the democracy because if people are losing hope in this democracy, and we can't say the President Ankasa, His Excellency President Mahama, Obeko UN United Nations meeting in America, or see research on my HS Ghana youth to do now are losing hope in this democracy. Now we know what happened at Parliament of Ghana. It is over here. Now we have Parliament of Ghana and then Speaker not 2 bias. Wama politics I send again and look at what happened. And it's over fear. Do you see even this Parliament give hope to the Ghanaian people? Do you see it?
And you are very careful because I'm saying, sir, the NDC should not be so happy that they have won with the majority in parliament, they have won the presidential. But I'm telling you, how many people voted for the NDC to form government? How many people? Are they more than 7 million?
That be.
Are they more than 7 million?
Mm-hmm.
What is the total population of Ghana? It's more than 30 million. And he said the NDC should be very careful, they should be very measured, normal year, so that there will be balance in this democracy. In power, no money, very careful. I'm telling you, this power, anything can happen. We should be very, very careful. Because the broad masses of the Ghanaian people know are losing hope in this democracy.
Yes.
Yes, and that is why Tuti, as an opposition party, said, Yabakasa. Young Kasa, if this constitutional democracy is truncated, all of us suffers. All of us suffers. In 1979, Rolling Senen and Government to the Liman government in Guyano. And I see people from Kwana suffer. Then PMP suffer. You understand? And we as opposition, the largest opposition party, Kasa, say the way our judges in be my judgment, Yahweh, it can bring pandemonium. Yahweh, it can bring chaos. And we have sat down to look at how a normal call, say rerun a letter commissioner, yeah. People cost one, of course. Look at how the state security could not handle macho men of the NDC. Our former Minister of State, our Kumasi, we need to talk, we need to demonstrate before the police go and arrest them. Look at fire. Meanwhile, say Obama, a young man, Adomako, who video, our Tamale Nanton, for a display, dance, now on the social media. He was picked up in a rebel style hypocrisy as he said, say Obama or a conformity. It's not your conform. At the year, so the BBI for assisting police. Now, assisting police, you pull down up to do epic. Look at journalists, I had detained right away. Social media guys, I have power. We are Kumasi,
okay.
The democracy is under attack because the judiciary now is being engulfed with fear. And once the judiciary is being engulfed with fear, some of the judges will not give good judgment. And that's why we are talking.
Yes.
That's why we have descended on the judge that high court, Our Tamalino, Sapapano. He should think about Ghana. And he should think about the democracy.
Asamba Kubia
yes. Must think about the democracy because if judges, I'm telling you, ruling of the court can spark pandemonium in the state.
Asamba Kubia, Mekai 27th of October this year. Yera Daniel Yaudimalovo, Ebeka Yen say, Amampeni Otiswe. No whom I call a bono and say, Ghana for Ediku. Ebe tune fra dia so wabra obe feli Ghanaians, and that is quota, and that was it here yewra yademelovo ene kan ye nti man pani enku ba ko ene ku a then you only ye simple
until media me say democracy we no study amafo hope in the democracy. Sure. Because nothing is changing, nothing new is coming, and when politicians Kasa with they are very inconsistent. No more power. No more opposition. The more power. No more different. Inconsistency can bring truncation of democracy. About 12 months ago, the NDC told the Ghanaian people say the aircraft is fit for purpose.
Sure.
Yes. In Koyana over Panifa to Kwai. 12 months after, the NDC is going to buy a new jet of $60 billion. What does he tell the common here? He tells that the inconsistency. If we are politicians or we are insincere, or we are dishonest, or we are inconsistent, it can truncate the political constitutional democracy. But we as the largest opposition party will not sit aloof for this democracy to be truncated because we have gotten inconsistent and insincere politicians. We must let them act well and mean well. And that is why today, the judiciary that must be able to hold the equilibrium of the democracy. They are now under attack. So some of them cannot give correct judgment based upon the available evidence to them. Okay. And on that judge, we are not attacking all judges in the country. Some of them are very bold and fearless. They will look at the face of the facts and give correct judgment. But some of them, because of political interest, people don't want food and the High Court judge, was open promotion across Supreme Court or an appeal court, nobody knows. Because a right thinking judge, what be on him, woman, our king or minor, our bold, or fearless, will not give that judgment that the judge gives in Tamale High Court.
Okay.
I mean, yes, of one say on my about me.
Sure.
I don't wish bad for this country because me, as a deputy director of communication of the New Party, I've been a student activist all my life. Obi only me from training college to the university. University. Everybody knows my position. My position is that we need to talk. We need to talk. We need to put people on their toes so that this democracy can give hope. Okay. Because I'm out for political alignment and then apply for Flaba, Obia align, it is Abani Yadia in Accra. We are not getting people to talk. Judgment here, a High Court judge, we expect senior citizens of this country to be able to give strong opinion to condemn the judgment from the High Court judge in Tamale. So it was a political judgment that he gave. And if we are getting judges giving that political judgment here, it doesn't augur well for this democracy. And look at how, after the judgment, processes now, starting, processing is exhaustive. Look at how Akache clerk in Amanatia Parliament elected the electoral commission chair, she today a bucket. But meanwhile, we have triggered the process, we have filed injunction, we have done appeal, and then we have gone to the Supreme Court to question the decision of the High Court in Tamale that the time has elapsed so that the High Court do not have the capacity to sit on the matter. But it's not normal here, you have filed 60 days. Wait to say go through the court process. Now, the leader, the Speaker of Parliament, Akache clerk, NBC clerk, Akoma, the electoral commission, there's a vacancy at Konadu. People should all be well. I've been saying this, that the NBC should not be so happy that they have the majority so they can do anything. If they are not very careful, anything can happen.
Okay.
Because already, 1 year, again, a new Emma Hope. 1 year, again, Emma Hope. They are talking about the dollar. Obi Tumantu, Konfoku, Bukire, or $1. Yes, just say that's the national crisis.
Okay.
And I don't document now.
1.3.
Do I have to for the year? Uche Naimos boss, what is the have a challenge? And that is why we wanted to use the state power to protect the river bodies because all of us are going. All the river bodies are going. And that do not give hope under a leadership.
Now, for normal logistical constraint, politicians and chiefs are if
there's a government, and that government, has to an agency working, no agency, politicians interfere, and for the government. And the NDC that are in government, they have the state power, and they must use the state power to protect our river bodies. And I'm telling you, this democracy is not giving you. So those who are getting the opportunity now to govern must be extremely careful, that they do not do things it will anger the other side.
Very well.
Like Sabi Obimia Ushuabaku. Na one kaza umiani na West Rodua yesu uniabote. What the NDC is doing is so good, and that is why I look at how our members of parliament, area here. It tells you the degree of anger within the opposition. Look at Judge if you don't talk and we sit aloof, there will be worse coming. We cannot sit down to witness this bogus judgment from some of the judges in Ghana. No, we will not.
Right.
And we will continue. There will be a series of demonstrations across the country. There will be a lot of public lectures to tell the Ghanaian people that this government do not mean well. They want the state capture of the judiciary. We will not. As this democracy can be truncated if we are not very careful.
That's
not give you hope.
I'll pay you. My man has some phone. See ya. Me give say, "Enso heya." Series of activities. Yes.
We'll be doing a lot of engagements.
Nice one.
We'll be telling the Ghanaian people a normal binary intimidation. This is the state power to intimidate. Too much.
Okay.
And no man, your Chief Justice now, judges living watch your more. NDC, judge or whatever. Look at the judgment that he passed. A very proper judgment, travesty of justice. You don't even look at the evidence available, the authorities available, so that he can pass the case. Now, of course, rerun. We cannot do this 32 years, 33 years of this democracy. Me ending his statement this morning.
Okay.
So, moment state power, they should not be so happy because majority of the Ghanaians are not happy of this democracy. When we were in power, I was saying it that the broad masses of the Ghanaian people are not seeing any hope under this democracy. Nothing is changing because another opposition, and so they should be very careful. Yeah, they should be very careful.
All right.
Nobody is bigger than the country. Intimidated. Authority they should think about the state, especially the judges across the country. They should think about the state. They should not do political alignment, else there will be consequential effects.
Okay.
What I say, the former chairman of the NDC, may so rest in preference, Dr. Konadu. But see, there is many ways of killing a cat. One guy about that. Under the NDC, Urafia. When some of the judgments were going against them, was it there is many ways of killing a cat. So we are saying that our authority to say you're in charge of anything must think about the state. We must not allow political alignment. Now you're disloyal to the state.
Okay.
The judges almost take ourselves so political. No, they should remember that their action, any action can have a consequential effect on this Ghanaian democracy.
That's an pay.
That's for
Yamin Council. Yura Sedu Kukru, the Deputy National Communications Director, Emma Osunkokru Kwamenyoku, NPP. As I say, Opamu Hufua, Oton the Bema. So Opamu Hufua, Oton the Bema. Na adeni yakana libili nasi wenti yakana yaba echida wo, and that is how the whole country is being governed. And it's amayno yakana boko nasi ndi fuenti ya omu de nibere be kasana enibere so en soja omu yemfantu sim se enibere a en soja very well. Ebeni koma to aso na yaro fa ayi chaos na si wo parliament Europe ti ye no factors mama ni fentwa ho bra sisi a edio all right yeba
second the motion and doing so present your committees the report. Mr. Speaker, I urge the Hamza department,
both the minority and the majority MPs pushing and pulling each other. There's a scaffold that is breaking on the floor now of Parliament as we speak. Both the majority and the minority MPs now pushing and pulling each other on the center of Parliament, and it's unclear how the marshals will resolve this. But you see the marshals
business my employer ho na yentoa business na that the government business me employer ho ntoa so yentwentwa so na yen deal with the Pandai issue no, because Pandai seat somebody can vacant no yen minority for yen tiasie etimodia mon withdraw mon kase ma withdraw na mo nsantre kratan koma easy say kratan na di nke debra mo no yare draw into no here for now na yen deal with the pandai seat no wo parliament ansa say government business bia no aka bia beto aso and na majority any speaker any clerk any obi a obi aso onte ase and o mo jai NPP minority no on ba kwa show mo nsem nti asem na tie asem ba ko ho a yen minority ne ente ase nti yen dia no wie na yatoa business na ofie no so almost ente ase because they have the majority. As we always say, the minority will have their say but majority will have their way. But I say now from January up to December sika aye dollar sika aye friend dollar and dollars NDC about way economy no mo run no dey no say aye mirage economy aye sun ade ni sunsum anya ade na nkasa ni sunsum mirage. They know say economy no send them handle anya the reality on the ground but womo ye bribi artificial economy womo running artificial economy now in their books you know it look good say oh inflation is 6.3%, cedi to dollar 10 cedis and 11 cedis to the dollar ebia men can example economy grow by 4.2% and now all the economic indices you know one person man you ye bisa o book nim na the international observers you know ehunu say oh NDC ba ye ampa Ghana ye books mu ye records mu no good because on book number be he nya say be economy no omu tie si dwoma bisa say de na no ekro but the entire make say artificial economy ne say NDC ba be mu no 1 year nie enduru papa next month 7th and be 1 year sika wono mo apompe e de rura economy nim your friend dollar intervention sika through the Bank of Ghana's gold purchase program wamode amma the commercial banks no any businesses dollars are omode gumu omo inject artificially e de gumu amande economy no omo say emu ayemre inflation about from where you see the dollar ho de no I this I that no me ba tie artificial enye adwuma bi na ono ma ye na mom no omo kwetebiri $10 billion over the Ghana Bank of Ghana's gold purchase program wamo ye omo toto gold no locally with our local currency no says can be and omo dey am commercial banks no omo inject artificially omo dey be so dey am businesses and omo inject artificially and omo dey ecosystem nim intianda Bank of Ghana na ho nkyere no dollar mu businesses ahodo ho nkyere o dollar mu inti ama yen dollar ne yen bebrebe sa yen dollar na o man na kasa na etabili sika no e de ewura mu nti yen dollar ne bebrebe sa first na dollar ndi ho a ka ye adwuma na ye de apabie begu system nim naturally no na ama dollar no ho akwa atwe no Ghana force no na o mpa artificial na san mo ni nuane ya no na artificial ni na no wudi a otina bi no edo how bi na de bebra wo nti ade bia na ye pen tentem bia no eso won sunsanso kwantia empeni se emusuo kwantia emusuo dachi bi no sa kwantia na NDC for afaso a endai wamama inflation atia from see the nyan woden a ye hunu no eya artificial na say if it comes to bite at us Ghana yentumi nya ye hu twabre say ade ne ba na say ebe kanyanya ye nya ye hu twabre $10 billion and now Bank of Ghana are injecting into the forex market since January 2025. Oh no. Now mekwa ba becho near $10 billion ebetumi ayade abo o man Ghana. Na yene an astute economist wano aben ewo enkuntabuo mu yene ni bedi nkomo ende anopay na yahe dachi bi no o how ben and this artificial economy na yeah experience na betumi edi abrayen Dr. George Domfe a development economist what had here University of Ghana Legon Dr. Department kan West Diamond TV so ni matching
minya bema metewonka
na ohoye
Yehowa daroma bibia boko
edo ba de nyankropon ase edwuma no so ye wo bo pa e na no si amena odi nkomo yi nkrofo fra no mo fra me economist wa binyo economist ye tie ni pa wa other stations ni ade but and the submission is very good pa messages are na ba no it was unfortunate say no we free so can be crowd the chire but I hear yan ko enim very well Doc anapay about nchanya na ayedi in quote artificial economy amen ametie me hu no per reporter aba and say from January up to and na me no ka say December ye injected $10 billion egu forex market in him. Ye case of forex market and ye injected $10 billion dollars and no idea cheche mu.
Yo be mama mina wase na me nchia chifu nyina. Ekitimu no ani se uhye Ghana buni be kasa yeso pim economy. The economy afi na ejina ne na so a sebe ntimi mo branco echiri bia na enam sa yo suntino enema bebriba yebedie yebenum yebehye ya ne ho akohia ma se yebe krano ama no ne na oman susa na eni mu kesi ndi sika na yedi no sebe ga ufile na uko ama no ne se uko krano ma na uko to bibia yesika ni ninu ho enti se obekwa ama no ne akokra ne ma gi se wode amanonisika efiri Ghana na wode akodi se adwuma no na se netie amanonisika na yede kono ye wo kwa mienu so ne yefa so yenya no baako eye the Bonibeca se market yeah no private individuals na this dollar ne ba enti emfa ne se obi ti say era kwa me despite ye mu say ya o ye bibi e fe this way chocolate or the kwa amano ne kotoni need fufu or the kwa amano ne kotoni na so onya dollar no the bag Ghana ha no boama Ghana ni bi per dollar ni sakadi ebi so ni say ye wo ye nua no bi omo so tu omo tu kwa amano ne akotena wo mfie bibriba omo so ya omo etadi sikaba omo ye fe private remittances no edi sikata bra omo nya no de bra omo adofo so omo fa ni djuma bi ma omo na so omo so emfa hwe omo dan sika ni nyina abo ama dollar ba Ghana again ye wo wan kofu bi so ba Ghana so omo be shega omo be Ghana ye fe tourism no omo ba Ghana mo free no mo so the dollar abeshim ebi mo so free amano ni ba Ghana schools ya the dollar ba enti sa akwa we so boama inya dollar no through private means and I say ba konkwa esun bo private foreign direct investment say ajumaku akakaka bi omu dollars be fi amano ne abehye yememu ye bra nansia ajumaku bi opese obetu lithium ya si amano kwaya oba no or the dollar na be ba be she ni nyumedi ase it is hard in the dollar ba no the market no it is a market no se sanko for we the ba ebi musu demand ebi mu ya dollar de be kwa amano ne akọ school ebi the dollar kwa amano ne sare ebi the dollar kwa amano ne kudi juma de brebe ebi the dollar kwa amano ne eko kranema enti se impressive no the amount for the baby gaso the amount for peno no question is ya na the amount for peno and the baby gaso no ya na the do so che the baby gaso and the good different no demand na na demand no e do so che supply no na time be demand ne be do so che supply ni bia no na ama si di no bo no akofo ma na dollar no bo aye de ni ye nim se time bia no ade bia no se ne wo pe bi na wo nya bia ne bo ye de ni ye be tusa so to bi na se tusi bua na me no ka de tusi e bua ba to be bua bo so ko market ne tusi no bo na de ne bo ne da na che se santem no tusi no do ni ni gaso disana ko ye se ko ba se dollar no do ni gaso a dollar no bo ye de ni message na mo de ni take off enti and I'm sorry osuntino and Ghana ye exchange rate no Bonibeca say ye friend floating managed floating exchange rate the next is the floating aspect and I'm change any demand and supply by private individuals no the managed aspect no say be a Bank of Ghana exchange better trend so who say dollar na more than it take for man. Yeah, we look at it periodically, and I said, plan no, or move so at the $2 need to go. Said dollar na why they no. If Buhama dollar no born abafom. That amount for Kumasi, we say things the dollar no full boy day Prah. A young koto, the dollar and the koto. Petra usually Ghana is dollar the koto. They might be the dollar the koto. The dollar no so boy any be change that. Now my name of boy dinema Timemu for bread. Separate the year 2022. That the koye a dollar no. And then we have Shaman saying Gaso near my boy Jimmy Petru and they $52. We could do $121. It will be Coto Petro, we had $1 baby. We could do our Manano, $1 baby. And I'm sorry also my dollar to do about Bank of Ghana, a word down a foot to 9.9 billion. Almost supply almost in I could do August, not dollar Nasa. From August to October, you said dollar. And I'm saying that dollar na Bank of Ghana, the better some prano, the most of the mobile, no one to me now, or they may be. And my city say, I want from July, I want to 1 series 20,000. By October, they say the amount for Canada Forest Market and I do 17 cities. Yeah, the amount for a day or summer, yeah, attack. It means, Bribiano, Abana, so better so. Every dollar, apart from the individual, the Bano, as a Bano boost a just on the dollar in the day. Ever. And generally, I feel that the fund say, okay. I know from Rollins, the Brazil could form Ira Mills, Ira Mahama, a Kufadone, and they sign it here. A baby or baby distribution, said the unemployment plan, the Bank of Ghana, beg just the dollar, no be at the bullshit in Hawaii. Okay. And so, yeah, this dollar intervention, that is how you term it officially. Dollar intervention, Bank of Ghana, aye, said boss, no, a brand no more yet near dia. But other than my economy, now, Casa ain't taking the course. So, Bobos way, you're a desperate in the phantom, Naka, or mind bet to me up one in Yuma Woody, Ebias, a year. Tax waiver been at Mamma, ye, Trobini, I did a free finosona, were to me, adding no man do now, no in your dollar, no so the abba, every Roman him. Once one mobile in Sahel Manium, Yam Maya in tourist site in Yakono, Yafa prudence be an Usubabua, beyond the returning after the returning. No more Mamoba, or Mamma dollar, not economy taking the course. Because who shall we know, yes, say, Bank of Ghana. The God purchase program ya sabio kede edebua omano susika semino and one working with $10 billion edi ama commercial banks ni businesses ni ade a omo edebua with the dollar intervention no nti akwa say ye artificial way bia aban no bia no ba wo faso a wode ema ye nsi de ne ye ni ntumi ya hode kakra anya ne sai bi be compare mama. Yeah, you work with baby. I want to know about finance minister. And no, because I'm okay. Yansan no. Okay. Yansan no. You call among the dollar kotomo Thailand. You spend about 1.2 billion now over every year. The come on the kotomo dollar. And then tina yen shishayana dollar na. More Kedibaka Kotomo, and Mono, you nearly be or kind of bring here, must say the dollar of Palman on Akotomo. Yes, I will create jobs for the people. And then Tina Yen, she said, a card to the Naku for the Belgo more than it. Well, a car at a grand Makumakusiano de Abagana. Say, yeah, card will be organa, $1 dollar will be the common on it, Eco Cracano. Say, it's near when you know, a bed watch. Coco, I am sorry. Now the robins near the corner I got turning for four. And then the NTC factories I can see na Belgium and they as well as the idea of the cocoa Sikamo can see no. I can chocolate no and the cocoa go Belgium and Kuyafono, Kumubedi. Ama, it must be boo because factories be boo or my it means that okay and I buy the other bar. What many disease agriculture and some of the work Shashi, I'm an extra and I'm on pa. No, see factories, the Sabana or Pesci, the Jada. It is a baby about me. I can't say, or get arrested dollar, and not some of kinds of the policy. They arrested dollar. That one can say, or you say the knee, and that police in order to continue the amount for dinner and see Boneno. Papa, no Kenyans are some not all bullet. Now, what the policy is say, we are agriculture setting, and never be a Karakwama on Yakotono, we are in a common toothpick. the dollar crown on a toothpick the years. While I'm from Puri, who gave you a gun a day, I didn't name you from Bruno. Now, young teenagers say, not to speak in the you are. And design your man now, we are now you are addressing the dollar. Now, we are saying that you are creating jobs for your people because the year about $2 no good dollar need who good gun and human. They will create jobs for the people in other countries because this current development, I'm an only import duties in there. Import duties here for there. Do not very much so I'm an only term via aqua crabber. No more crack and any shaman on the amber. The had the veggie because so be an essay or Bocano or Fatan and essay for. Obey the winner.
Yes.
Who question you are killing all jobs in Ghana. Now, Omana be too dependent on external market. So that's not the way to go. Now, it's a more woman say, maybe one can I didn't have $1 for 70 pesos. That's a note waiting about the Argentina. And no one of the Casas the debt and on Tiasia, and as economists and no Tiasia. Now, we are Tiasia in Casas in HSA. From 2022, Ebana. Unify, yeah, you share to meet on this on the Tradiamo share IMF Fontano. IMF say kitties and non so person reserves, you timid a dollar baby, good bank of Ghana, so near the Dachian maybe no say, you did buy a diabusi the mobile, almost say it is 7 million supply more than $80 million a month. It's the abandoned, no, IMF man of crime and not supply more than $80 million a month. Now, Tabuno over the two Abanos, the Danoso October last year, October last year, now $1, about 16 cities, not a term crisis in cities. And to see do December, now about 14 something, they did about 14 something. About 14 something because that time, not November, no, Abani, I'm a feet upon the and my Abani, Yapanya shall say the dollar new boom. Certainly, now almost $1 billion. And you go. And you buy and it's or buy number one, dollar no go. Number two, I'm saying I'm going to my for more than 80 million a month. And the way you talk, I'm a wooden the Bopper group, one man to $1 billion at Tuguno. And yet, I'm a views and cannot I know if you are. I'm going to go to me again. And Aqua Sopranism. Economists say, I'm not sure about 2022. It's our term finance minister, no, you're Yata. And she said, you're quiet and say, a Kadu and get a $1 a month and so piano. Why is the sham and Oma are suspending most of these payments to 127? Let's say, I see a DNA, a France, and Inano, that Kadu and get $1 piano. Ye you. Sagana, you could try a band of Ghana and Gina Abayan Chia Ekaimae. It is an own Chia Sakana. I'm a band of Ghana, Koma Juma. And Nunkinama, Omayasa, Aquania, almost $2 and good. Maybe this will be honest.
Look, and come away, I'll see a twice that, but is that effect or minus that be? And a normal thing, young
effect I want to say is not sustainable. And it's at 2027, but next year about it me idea. 2027, but I say a man send us could share Kadona. Satam dollar no Bank of Ghana, the dollar no crab and send us to Kaka 1 year Kenya and yet the number one. Number two, global market said there be an idea about my reasons. Any gold do not have wired than Umuno. In the gold, no born coastal. The gold born coastal is a gold in the team. One from a one coastal. There's a gold born tip from pet. Your reserves in some no a better form. No, not chance a bag of Ghana young or then the $2 room, maybe better the whole year. And another one. Another one, I was going to say, and then I'm on St. Johnson, and 1 year, and then up wire. I'm on St. Johnson. Inflation. Germany recorded the highest in 70 years in 2022. And then Uko Germany, and never buy for Fufu, Uko London, never buy for Fufu, Uko China, never buy for Fufu. Now, say you didn't see 2022. This sit there. And we may have a Bank of Ghana, Benya, sika no so the baby mo na ampa billion na wode so ne ma no obi here dollar baby body be on be ni say juma nti say and then of Ghana wan twentwene ne nsa na what the Harry so $2 no be kuma the even ni say you need be back and obi nka obi na chichire e ma sa yo ne ba no ye nim de 2022 ya course answer him na man san nyina enim ya prepare you say Russia will na sha say na affect the global economy maybe ka o man bia na de ya kan say dia bi fufu betimi asi amna sa you know we ye see 2022 BS bi na ko ba sha na ya na mu be ya say be more reasons Bank of Ghana ye dey bo man ho by nti na you be to Bank of Ghana for say sa di na omo ye nye sustainable di memma omo ni politics achi and $2 ni be mu banka dollar na go do why deny ye nye dollar be no and na amanse bia so enema ye fo am ni pa do ni ya dollar do pass the first tier no the mama di banka dollar no about no China insa na ke ye nya reserves be this is the time to expand our horizon. This is the time to increase the reserve. This is the time to preserve more of reserves now. And yet we need say the two man for say because they me and many data say they make sure they because they don't control global market. And dollar no so not be good so the brothers buy a nego and say big thing na how find out to so much of an achievement.
Okay.
Unfortunately, Omani Timino, Yana, a man for shed yes, then you see your man, you see yes, a man for it. The Americans will look at only the output, we don't look at the input. And until Amabano and the world did Papa say, why are the main or the castle on your sheet.
Okay, look, you better say, Sanka, present our own car, or Jingle Beam on the say. Why na person be tie Jordan fair na ya so obia person otie no o komo ye de wa bempa ya me sha pa be se hia Dr. Jordan fair ene ene no din komo ye economist or Charge University of Ghana Legon se me kan se nka ye presenter ke be IDB di amano identification bi why na person be tie Jordan fair no be aji switch ye na ye pese etie no ye dan wa ba na de bokrata ne de ato so ye de amount ende ano pay yaro na yo mbesisi a me na se
mre tintin a ye beba power no MPP a mimi ye ba be ye campaign e hote MPP were Jumaye. Ye share near many be was our bang mu yentimi anwie. And what say aban bia etina ho Emma sebe. Onipa de ni sika Emma aban na ebedru mi bi no aban ebeti ni sika no so. MPP ba sa nipa 2,320 a omo ka wo debt exchange no ho no. E ka mo boy ye for mre tintin a ye beba power no. MPP a mimi jidi se medano no sika bia akokem no Dr. Brian Champion ba be di o mampeni no obetua musika abamo pension funds institutions a musika kemu emra ne ye wo aban mu no se nyankopon ye adom de ye ba aban mu a bibia akemu no monsa ebeka. And what's that? Obia di nisika ma abain na nisika no eye den ebekem.
Kukurudu. Na uhwe party media ejuma me ye wo party mu me by the last 16 years me de me ho abo afore ama party 208 na me wo Bank of Ghana na me ye omo penny governor no abedi chiri Penyino Abedi Chiri, Deputy Governor of Bank of Ghana, and Nana Kufuado Befremi, or Semimbe na Abedi Chiri. Samre no na President Kufuo Abedi 8 years. Nani Pabebri cast Chirame say, Mamin Jai me Jumano na Membeye running mate. Say no party a breaking 8 no into me ba yendin kunim, but me kanchiro mo say President Kufuor and appointing me deputy governor. Enti MPP here say meba abeboa na yenya let me din kunima mentimi nkase member enti me resigning me job ewo Bank of Ghana and be ye running mate of the MPP.
Unyaba abena sewa ameni ampon watena se yede obokra tamoboso no na ede to aso na ede amawenu echi no ebu beba na yatena se edi o my Ghana honkomo abena machi boko
nyame adaroma na odi ne
nyame adom meso mo ye pa na ye woda ho no ba wankai se no ye woda because me hu enim ende enso nye obi ada yambo afiada na ye memeda na se ye kweri ma ne sa December hu no san ase ye hunu so ana wo hunu so kakrankra bedi bronya se ye hunu hwe ye
okay Mama Chia Chefwa no pay baby I wish I Ghana baby we have other people so mo share from the diaspora and I want say I no pay say mo share Western Diamond TV otrema won say honorable Ewua Ekasa no bafo Ekasa no wakan kase bi say wokodwomu a e ma me nom papa for mu dijane ade nyina wo mu esu ohu na wo mu ade bi o mu ton ade a wo mu hu sike nim kra esu na ya ye gibusum ya ketia
e bo ka bo se kran yan so no edi ha
na wedi ewie obi o sika ne mra krampo na wedi ewie ohu sika ne meto wa emma enumpo no na sa nti bi o kra wo no weni na so weni da so ha ne se beba na de echeche ho aka ohu nti se wo mu ade bi o mu hu sike nim krampo no su a na me no mienu eje bosum ya ketia and the fact is that kroma yedin adan me kan se bronya ne de nya de be yede because aban na yere ne nsam se me release skapa de enya de meye me twan aka be 1 year na me de abeda adamu na mato aba dru bebi na me protect em nso na motumi afo me so eno a ene na agenda nti bronya ne de wo mo be yeda ama wo mo na be yeda ama wo mo wo power no ene be yeda ma wo mu na ye di ase system no ma ye slow inflation no kwa na e kofam inflation no kofam pa but and reflect it our economy no enum ma ye din last year no na tension e wo kromo no na e afi ne me hu se na ye NDC for tension NDC for no mo dia pressure egu aban no so NDC asensem bia na wo mo keka na system no aye tension se won se system emu aye cool emu adwo dede bia enim but ahokire ewo ahokire wo
esi akra ankos for no kra me share dan hu wo so me pio so mo pio
nkasa bread na ko we say ye one map but enye easy enwe mo nye enwe mo
dan se mo bisa mo pam ntade
ankos ntade
no I want pam no ma African we ni ade no omu hunu so abena ba bia nko ye o
na se me oska na meto ntoma kopam miniska me himata de dada de hia ne sa afi na beto me
sure
na meko
bibia nko ready made for susu o anka wo de makofa firo bi man so e beton o se ye nto chese
sika ni system no ne to
sika ni ho
sikeni ho
hey bro ya ben
amanyosem ntini ye nka amanyosem nse be kan krepa de o lalai mama she me party ntade na me party ahwehni wasa because me kwaka say e system no wa ye din be ka so megu me party ho fi nti nyado beka nso ye nyina na yetim
sure
ye nyina na yetim
madam fu bi ye NDC ni o say this year Christmas no obehye na NDC t-shirt no dey because on this call go to material akopam no amampani hu ne say obe demonstrate actual amampani say we NDC ni t-shirt no obi ono na modern man dey campaign but sene ne mesi kro no ohunu so the t-shirt no be no dey abon jeans na ja wa penny shoe bi ahye no de nemu
NDC for the munya botrem be hu so mbe hu so na sa nya ban papa na abi
okay
abi ba ye wenya 1 year
da bi
anya 7 January no benya 1 year intade ntina musu ade ntina wa ban aba so 7 January ansa na benya 1 year wodi party t-shirts na ebedi bronya
so beba mo but obehye party t-shirt na
no so wonya tade bi na brand aban papa ba nti say school phone su bi nti say ye secondary school kwada no kane no eduana na ye de ma wo mu enye nti say a break time bi do mu ko KFC and wo mu ko didi and Chinese restaurant ni ade ho na ye gi eduana ma wo mu nti aban papa ba nti ade ntina wo be show t-shirt party t-shirt dia ade hu ye boni ayesa
nti oni bi
Oni bi saying.
So Hesenka party in penny phone being man kakran on so there will be unfair.
Do you know what? Me bro ye won nam expectations na any say me expectations ni say. Nka ye hu okromu no na man for share branded t-shirt one more a branded church so far NDC by these are some of the policies that they've been able to implement are affect Ghana for bro nya me expectation no because me abani say yenko cheri yenko yesia I'm not a fan of those things it's me expectations me hwe ni mu say nka me da me dem a me hu social media so me hu TV so ahodo so and say ya branded t-shirt ye kura placard as Ghanaians na ye kire say 1 year na ban ba ya ye cancer ban papa ba no these are some of the things that they've been able to do. I'm not expecting you to wear your party t-shirt and tell me say you man go you were not able to buy a African print. Is it not about papa na ba? Na ba papa ba no as kire ni say.
Say bibia be ye fo amamonanka.
Yeah, but to mo be there. You know what? Anope Michelle now ni papa NDC for ebi. Now we post on social media saying the 24-hour economy is taking shape because we who say contractors ye adwuma na jo. From Gordon Gorgeousberg, your friends, and you hear them. Yeah, Gordon Gorgeousberg. If you na breso back Ghana, na a contractor for the Ben or Madana Joda. Your woman we are no pay we are natural. Contractor 1 year Jumana Juno, your contractor, papa be known a fin of a feber. Contractor be a contractor, Cassia Cassiano, woman you know me ye Jumana Jo. Catch him some bois. Catch him some boy who say, Yama, I just say, you know what I got. Nagata krasi ye na naju.
Oh, se omo.
Ebo ye beda be sore no. Na wo maye. Kota ye wo mugui. Ebi wo ye beda be sore no. Na wo maye. Wo ma block roads no maye. Enti samuka kire ye say mo definition of 24-hour economy ni sanetia nka yen Ghana for ye nto abama mo.
Nice one.
Because when my yet say 24-hour economy no. Ye institutions bi o hon me wo say ye tumi nya nipa bebre na production etumi kosoro. Into the production because so dia positions ba ko na wo bia secretary ya ba ko treasurer ya ba ko managing director ya ba ko ni ade no ya be double no ya be ne 33 into the company ba ko bia na se efa nipa 100 na se ya ba na ya de 2 shift be ka ho a enye nipa 300 na be fa efa nipa 300 anya youth unemployment so na beti into na nka ya good policy ena ya to abama mo. Not to know in some cry, you don't even know the meaning of the policy. Now, what can want some
very well. I'm so almost on penny quite 24-hour economy about 2 coins. That I'm not a candidate. And quite 2 could be so. And it's a different country. To attain a business, so you might send abroad from the Yan European countries. And also about also in the 24-hour economy, but no name how developed those countries are. Because I'm more developed that in terms of security, in terms of electricity, in terms of transport, you know, I'm more developed. But no name.
He should know.
No. The campaign no.
A President Mahama. Sa wo koye na wo kote asem bisa. Eso wonim adentia oyensen training.
Okay.
President Mahama wo yensen training. Nti wo sa working kind read more about it. Who you ask yourself that as a developing economy no. Do we have the infrastructure ye betumi ja ye 24-hour economy ana? These were some of the questions I also will be no as a communicator, as a journalist. I was thinking we're reading more about it, do more research, and sana or the aba. But media na nyame nwanwa. Obi e bia be no nwanwa a disappointed NDC full soldier, just as I call them. Because me when you say Ghana, mbempro ye gine, and you may be o hono a ye pese ye 24-hour economy o say etumi di mu ansa na yaye. Enyama no so me hwe Ghana ye nibi ye wo bi kra na ya honde ni nnuru ho se sa nwema no betumi anye adwuma no pewia na two minim se anye adwuma into 24-hour economy no waka ye na minim se enye feasible but wo na waka anya to utirimu ape you didn't ask any questions and no one say agenda 11 agenda 133 agenda 133 how far with agenda 133 ena yenye adwuma nye 24-hour economy ebeboa yen so for 24-hour economy policy no nipa dodo sign ena fa wo mu adwuma
ho de
eno ni asem a ye bisa sa wo mu say it taking shape
okay
say it taking shape so de na che say ya implement yo asa ya implement na emom na fe na say ye hu so mfa so nkakra ada no vice president so be kan say ye hu so mfa so and I was like
ono ni o man as e ba se enko kasa program ase ani afra no akokasa ne ye hu ne presence keke
time by na president ekas will be declared time report any Takoradi report
2nd July
no say
ye declare no 2nd so 24-hour economy no omo ye no somewhere May ending no 30th na omo unveil ye na o say 2nd July ebe ye time report ne Takoradi report be take effect o yes
inti ahonom no nke we say bisa say what are some of the activities ye dey be ka ho a wo mo be 24 hours because ye nim say dru na jokrampo wo ko those sports free tete wo mo ye adwuma
sure
inti eno wo for be ne dey be ka ho kire say 24 hour economy ananse e bia nipa na wo honom na wo be run shifter wo mo ma ye hu e bia me nka no pay say makọ adwuma e bo be ye 2 a na nka ma be fie no obi so akwa take over onu so bo be ye 8 ana 10 no be so akwa take over na ye 24 hour economy na ye den ye adwuma na mebunu so nye adwuma ye but you don't just come out and the 24 hour economy is taking shape 24 hour economy is yielding results result benya wo mo esha say wo gi wo mo ka say mo ye wo gi hockey e dey no me kan gi hockey for ka kire say e was say demand ni e high. Yeah. So demand is higher and you're able to produce more. People are not demanding for your product and you are producing. In your cannabis.
Okay, you have a 24-hour economy in Fankwana and also follow Parliament Kakra and NPP press conference no omoye no so no and when some Kakra so by. In fact, this 9th Parliament yeah there needs be something which is there. I mean as we study or more a lot of issues needs for Parliament when this 9th Parliament no ye institute here. Pandai seat keke speaker mummy and kasem ninsi area na afei ya toa government businesses no so much work at time come AC say may declare seat in vacant per the court order Fitamale High Court. Meanwhile the judges for the man Martin Yindam now a file stay of execution say court ntwentwen so say obeto aso na what the court order na aye adwuma wa file list of execution but man fair no amfanya asem ana ma call akoso akase seat no vacant ama twa krata kuma AC say won hwe na wonye by election wo Pandai and the issue ni na de by no abna
Ochama o say you follow that story way but uni me yesan kamenka ho asem bibri and then ye koso of parliament na ye fa wo subo no fa mo NDC members of parliament
okay
do you know why adenti na NDC aban ewo so NDC na MPP na yakoto abade ama wo so wo mmra emeboye edru se wo se ye to aba na ye power speaker of parliament na amanfo do omudin aba se ye monto ye so aba wo as an NPP ni awo ti abema wonim se o wo ye ni po betumi aboa ama wo nwumedie akọ wano e wo parliament no wakoto aba ye NDC ni a well known NDC member Speaker of Parliament the previous NDC administration frustrations go through a parliament no Speaker of Parliament ka ho
okay
enti nipa wakoto aba e wo sa abre na ye de ma Speaker of Parliament e yere urban backbone e mo no be preside over parliament no ono so owo ho ene like say kra na ewu oni tirim wonim say how ene wo mu femu yina even though wo mu ankasa nso wo mu nyoma bi wo ho no MPP aban no wo ma anye ne yie
okay
na so ene ne ekwoso yina no Speaker of Parliament so ka ho bi obi a nanke wo so ogina ntemu say referee neutral person no wendi ni sa adenti na ne na enye wo MPP aban mu no ene de ye e wo NDC aban mu adenti ya
okay
mo ana mo aye mo ho abro mo pa ono na obeye speaker e wo mo so ene ma ne benya upper hand e wo mo so ne yera ja chikwesindie hwe ne esiye yesu wa branson ye e ma speaker of parliament agi tuma nipa ne tena hwa kope wo se hwehwemu ni ina no ye wieye nti adanti na Pandai de no eye different the people of Pandai are saying say yera Martin Yindam ena Daniel Nwalo say Insala rather Insala cannot win over Yindam
okay
because honum no eye NPP stronghold
okay
and they know some catch us say by election we ekos work mandaya. After that, another one will come again.
No more kika German South.
Another one will come.
Friends say kana kojo damwa.
San omo ye omo target ba you know bibi ba.
Bodo nyana.
Dabi bibi ba. Like me share ne ekoso nyina me share parliamentary proceedings ni NDC kan ni MPP kan. Na as youth no na me raho.
Okay.
Na me raho because asumdwe na yen enjoy no. It seems that these politicians wants to take that piece from us. Emebu ni ekɔ school ye nye adwuma nye. Enu mo ye dendenden. Emebu no kunkum wo because of depression. Abrabo mo setena ye den. And the little piece that we are enjoying also, mo fa so mo gi free yes.
Very well.
O main resources na ahya mo nsa amanyofo. Mo mo aye mo no mabusua ne mo na afofo nko na mudie. Enne krom ha ye wewu ni mo bi a wasem o mobo. So wuni na se woko kasa mama nyoko bi mpo dia bobo. Aban ba so enfa ho no qualification wunye adwuma nye. Wo private sector so krampo ye betumi de connections akopamon.
Yeah.
Yasumdwe na aka no so. When you come to West Africa, na ye ka omanya ye de democracy ye kromu sekosua na nka Ghana ye ka ho bi. And can we boast of that?
Yeah,
we can't. Yera Mahama. Yes, konfo boni a wo su ekro enhye no. Ye kan say. Ehye no so ka ho bi.
Boso otimu bi.
Yes. Enti se wani brainti chinchina ope how do you call it 13 enu nti na wo ye san no me ya Yera Mahama.
Okay.
Ya hweye.
Amate.
Ya hweye because we are not above those countries na ebufuo nti asrafo etu abayegu no. Ye nchen wo mo.
Okay.
Ye nchen wo mo. Sa asrafo na wo mo abasa hwahwen ya wo mu tutu abayegu. Nni so Ghana sojafo. Yen kasa ensisa.
Okay.
Because asumdwe ni ye pe nim se ku nya asumdwe. Ye pasumdwe.
Mate, abana ye were the boy krata ni na yan komra sisia. Ohinba news ana me di frase ye. Ohinba news ko drop on phone da krata fe to so emienu and ready see parliament no was the rules being twisted to perpetrate injustice upon Kroma on NPP's withdrawal of cooperation and on some other hand say you tune for say to have a bill and the Newmont AI Youth Center launch in Sankore into no and on come also kakra no pay krata Ohinba news ede aba Yura Vincent ye ekwa asefua member of parliament for the people of Otafo Pankrono ni phone eda ha krata feto minority will sustain resistance until Pandai letter is recorded. And on some NPP press conference and Romo ye or the party's headquarters and one more ebo abawe kokose on ye na sanodi and kebi egwa to preno and fanfasobia embre ye yentwaso.
Jo. Me frase na nsem na nyina akwa ntafo enti me frase wo the daily gist ko wakrata no emu ene anope ose news behind the news Yera Kisie Jabin Foni eda ha se Yera Muntaka Mubarak Muhammad interior minister so Foni eda ha na Yera Muntaka no waka kire Kisie Jabin plain wase we me nto sabe we trofo we trofo Kisie Jabin we trofo Ona hosena manfo epe okun no yakoye nhwehwemu kakrie bi police record bi eni wo kiresa wo na obi pe okun wo ye trofo pa mamofo ye demonstration Ukraine se oye bi no so wakrata fe to so miensa wo daily gist ko wakrata no enra pandai seat no eni chaos a course so parliament and also full report wakrata fe to so miensa wo daily gist na enra your friend saying akwano majority leader Yera mama yarga ne kasa na woka no wonim say sabin kurasefo ne kasa hakasa no do you know me sa patapa any quick tempered eno nti na nam so ma ukrom ehye wo wutu nko ukrom abegina parliament said do you know me who are you say we obi adenti na want na ukrom wo hye ye twa that to fie untumi nko abegina parliament be kire o mema sem na wo kokko chi obi wo parliament wana I said, do you know me? Say, it's a minority for no, year we are. One more bet me at the parliament for 1 week. Bet me at a minority for such a woman for 1 week or copy was a debate in Becoso. They can walk out. More majority, you should do whatever you want to do. Now, this is and say, much I am a dana, John Sana, my pass a new taxes. Into there. Into no so da. Now, you see a free January. Ebepim December ya minumi enu ye womi sika nke betumi di atwa kwan sika betumi di bia factories ama Ghana mebune nye adwuma aye eye $10 billion ena Ghana aban ahyeda ato forcing we hwie ediegu forest market nim se ne be ya sidi no benya hoden na ejina ne nanso na sidi na hoden ejina so nyina no eye ntro because emrukuwe before how long afi bia benya $10 billion de egu forest wo yo intiano so delegates e de honsam e de aba ene anope yera kojo pon kroma enfoni da ha o say NDC is plotting to amend constitution with majority MPs na say some 2/3 inti ade na mo frustrate a minority for nsa ade ya ba woni ma de ba ko adenti na the outspoken members of parliament or more minority side no majority no mo attack wom na nka makofo say ye bi so ha krampo seat ni ye contest say mo wini na mo de akọ court na mo akọ efutu hoi na like baby omo de nam ne de emoa you are doing everything possible to silence the minority but the minority side no so omo kasa no mpo no muntumi nko mu seat ho delegates na de wo so ba woni minim say ye de Panda elections ne de bekoso but the good people of Pandai muntum hofu let your voices speak mumma NDC for hu ne say nyom no be kyerem ne munye mono makoto abade apa onipa no mummo se munti ase na we lose na we lose ye
onim ade o ma start NDC start preach wo say Panda for no ento aba no munya MP the president na wo so
say the same thing no mo de call yera NS Kumi constitution
say you know ma start preach wo but mama muntie because demonstration am brant na say matinyindam na no mo pe no de mo ka no ense say o ma adwen okwan bia so I tell you abran into aso
enti eno so eno no na report bia abatrem mu say Ghana wan hwe yi asika ye be hwere ewo new lithium 5% royalty deal no mu $630 million and also ewo ha mampeni dada yeraje kufo wonya 87 years was celebrate here with NPP presidential aspirant no nyami enshra pa and also ewo daily gistem daily analysts say without fear of favor na kuwakrat nim yera Henry Nana Boache NPP National Youth Organizer wakasaye fakpandai seat no ho or say there is an assault on our democracy wa fire back to High Court judge and also edaha ene anope na December festivities no and na Ghana Tourism Authority any gold board for chiremu say visitors omo ebeba ho nyina no they will offer them gold visitors gold and also ewa ha say na nyame adomo na reports ni different reports na eba yet say asante nyame adomo chena ya wada December bo so ndeto su ba ko na boko ensensam no wonu parties ni nadi nkomo wiye no what day reports me kwakoma mahama and the daily analyst catch say is 16th we don't know if there has been change
there was
okay daily analyst and do we so the aba 2026 some registration and also some edaha your friends Sam George and our Dahabia was see a baba yes registration for Bacono Yanye a ntro. Sansia ya quatro ye and watching echo register your sim. I would you say Binumudimuno. Sam George catch say yes registration bia and also at the Hassay. Now alleged myth auditory right. Yes, MIA, your friends,
MIF myth.
One more report on the choir no. Audited one. Na ya audited ado. So metro report for Friday akome ye hu omo enuoma wo mu nye ni ye wo honom no wo ma anye nto mo de the audited one enom de choir ni aka kire say hey go and rewrite your reports na fabra.
So ma trok rat dey akoma auditor general say on share na or I say request for comment ahead of publication. That is a letter referred to dated 28th of November on the above mentioned subject matter and response as follows.
Imani for a file RTI request and also any pandai force incense and Ghanaian Times or see the most authoritative newspaper COP Lydia in Yakundonko Nifoni Eda Hase and was say 41 illegal forest traders and a sabriye to me actual womo a post for the Bank of Ghana F4 and a cow montuma pamano sage media to me kodi Krataferto Sudumi no ewa Ghanaian Times and a doing so edi a baye ene anope na woshoku wakrate mo esimpenifo ebehiem ewo enkran na wom edi nkomo edi afa Ghana ye health system no health system Ghana ni African nyina katafeto sudumi no ene de we so edi ebaye ene anope the informer enso enie the informer ko wakrata was say nothing but the truth OSP infoni da ha and yes revolt powerful corrupt gang behind attacks on Kisie Jaben. As Kisie Jaben, you no correct. On you no assassination, some more kind you no correct. Now you can't just come and allege without evidence. So, Ababa will be free no chroma ba. And I done or report is with social media say, Ghana post for a kidnapping. Na eno ene to nsa frɛ ne sɛ wɔmra Ghana Tourism Authority for na yentu enye mu hwehwɛ mu sanso obi ba wofuru obi manso wofuru beebi abe ekrom di asɛm to ɛsɛ ya na yɛhwɛ ne ɛbɔ ho ban wɔmra ne enye hwehwɛ mu atrom afa ka akɔ no krom woni evidence
on evidence ye kidnap on
woni evidence bi ase ye kidnap no na ye bisa se ye kidnap ye yawdan na kyerɛ se wonya bi enye ntro Oba we gu Ghana ho fi ene yeso oni abraye de adwen ho pa ha nya letter mem
okay
ye kan ye pa de chinye wo twa ticket we dwan ko so woni evidence infira Kisie Jaben wo kan ye ene yesi ye nkonko sha post for recordum se bibi sa wo ho a ye ko hwe yesi bibi enu ti ye Kisie Jaben wo ye trofo pa ye nto se bi wo ye trofo eno so eda ko wakrat nanim napo Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempe wase wakasa edi achre NPP awanyo no ma wo mugina se ento wo so bo me frankatufo wase hwe momomodin ase campaign betumi aye clean sanse yekoto abawie ko kase na nkasa eda yenima no so ewo ha sei na yera ankoma anan ankoma ene wakase wase let support OSP to mature OSP wonyiye nti yemu won mani nyi kratafe so nan ene de we so eba ye organized labor for and woman ni PURC for die sie ni na no eye nsuo ne nyinam kane abo akosoro wase dia action eye disrespectful omumu Ghanafo eno so edako wakrat nenim ene anope the daily graphic and a best also daily graphic see truth and accuracy every day and daily graphic will try Parliament House ho nyina e dia beto ha near dede man whom no so honum ye de ababetuku wakrat nenim ene anope na Shraj Commissioner en wakase was Ghana fi bia sika ye hwere e wakata se pro ye ni drum kankan ho e $3 billion Dr. Omane Buama na me ya domo amemene de ya ebe ene ye be kra ni chi kra na kwesiada yakwa akoye na asesom daily graphic ene de we buy
na ehiampo sa okay busia na bi on person mo ye
busia na pese
good yeah ye kra e free ye trimo dum ka ka was abana was steady ha akanfu yi se emunu na mpaso aye na aye hye na nko
ya na ye pese oda ho no na ija yakwa akohwe ne nim na we die
so when is your comedian no last week
ya comedian asa woni your friend say why Sir John epim challenge pim challenge okay
all right they talk nina kan na eso sada na ye am say wom se no ntina mu krada o ebi hu say dan na no ye o metisi yes won ntina mu krada
nti se saman wo ho ampa won kodem na bonjo no
no
eya ni wo de eya
okay but Joe mo fa matro bi lie and probia and this first start year propaganda wo ya mame Ellen Amadaku I don't know send maboni ya we special aid to Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Baumia and crophobia kofa GH1 TV wɔn news card ɛna wɔn de ayɛ ntoro atwere nsɛm bi ɛnyɛ no korɛ ɛde afa maame ɛho sɛ maame no edidi yɛma mpanin dada kufuo atem sɛ he is not the best ever president in the Republic of Ghana. And I say Ghana bakwese mu no one the best president ono kwa no wo issues with the family so issues with Nkwala to hotels or my Ghana mu a but mo fanto so mame say e wo ho a mo fanto so mame na ebinumu a start o mo ya ndisi for madam bi pa me nimi no I say what is wrong with this woman question no be say no what is wrong with this woman mame ken go say he was not the best of presidents. He had issues, like he had serious issues during his time, including his children buying hotels, his twins with a strange woman, etc. But I'm sure date, you know. Obi to me can't some no. Ya can't some no say opportunity and obe can't some no. Muhe date on the 12th of December 2025. And a mama fa maza. Papa Yenzu, me respect to pa, where madam fo. Now Obi says what is wrong with this woman? I am very fine, your man, what can was him? And no me who am the two says as way. And said that ye here, but more propaganda. That's a doctor had my mood by me and a mom penna samoa. Some man and a mom penna na Emma Penny and not go for a cadena, but dear no. Sasabe, or ye have for Sabe, when you're straight, Sabe. And Nipatiatia and the president. He's already president 8 years. Ama and this for opposition for 8 years. 8 solid years. The Panama want to meet the president when Patiatia and our Yafon and as if for or asthma now or a chronic disease near Diano. Moko opposition party 8 years. Now Dr. Had Mahmoud Wamia, one pan or their year and easy for. Sabi His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Krobe to meet the second term wa Maikan Bayo Mampeni the second term wa Dr. Alhaj Mahmoud Bawumia Diana sabi you sonko on ho a John Mahama sabi bi won ho a no etene so sen Dr. Alhaj Mahmoud Bawumia de ntia eno no wono to meet the president now so John Dramani Mahama His Excellency it will be the president akofie 8 years as I be the president biem na makofama me picture edo Mampeni ko for de ato ho say mamene say he is not the best president. I will my Ghana president in him. Now no this one no serious issues with Nkwada one to hotels. Not tough for no crampono. One mami fu bi na wo ye na kan no ne ya. But mistake amumu ya man ya careful. Na man ya sharp, man ya hurry up, man ya smart. And it's a date na sha ho no. Mu we free man paper date no. Amfa enra date. Amfa sha wo say on the 9th and on the 8th and on the 7th. And what can ye? No more say asamono or bekano on the 12th of December. Mo say mo adwen ye. Mo say mo jimi, mo say mo nim yansa. Mo say mo yan kokwe, mo say mo yan moa. Yey, mo say mo yan moa. Mo start edwe nante circulate this one on the social media. Mo say mo adwen ye dwuma. Mo yan moa. Mo ni conscience. Obi bro for mo ni soul. Mo say sabi mo ndwen. Sabi mo se mama party na di mumunti no mo ya podam ama party no se mami asam na waka na mo ma twa to se waka no asam no waka onsu no mo se 12th of December and o kan asam no na sabi nipa ban de tumi kan asam wo be kan no kwa waka da e wo 2 days later and asam no mama jimi ana ase mo nwen nipa no ka asem 2 days later enso asem manya asem na okan no manya dada na ma twede gu se asem a Ellen Amadaku anadaku okaye special aid to Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia okaye no a wo fire president Kofo no manya asem no kra dada ma twede aba but date o de ka asem no eda okan asem no be ye ochenechi mo se ma bobo abadam ye ne abodam fon kwa na ti o manyim mama NDC party na dware mo and say me mo ya dia mo ndwene ho mo nhwa dia no mo ntumi ntena se sanka mo ka say 12 December 2024 mpo a ya baka so a year ago ni ebiso na mami a year ago no na edwuma be no ma Dr. Alhaj Mahmoud Bawumia but mo say this year December 12 and mama no wo ka asem no na ba cho ne date da ben ana ne date sen kra and na ye 10th and na ye 10 December into 12 December na so na no na edi ne ho ayafu asefo ayafu asefo amwa party abomodam mo so so mo mfiri won kona yendwen ho Masa bro ni epedi epeske de bro na mo nsem hu we ni mo nsem fon ne mo kwa asem we de enso so madam pa me respect ne pa no so de akoto say what is wrong with this woman masa you better pull it if you wanna move with credibility no ya say and pull it for free social media no so number $10 billion na mo inject into the economy na artificial no mon kan no ho asem me ba cha no parliament ntokwa na esi ya mo san fanto so bi mfama me na me fanda me hombra parliament ntokwa na esi wo no mo san fanto so bi mfama me na me nda me hombra sisi a why ntino jo say ready a no ntokwa na esi wo parliament no san fanto so ma me bi na yenko eni I ready yenko okay enye ready wo no all right so enye ready and ma me fa wura mu $10 billion no aye kan wasem no enwuma betumi aye wo oman Ghana mu ha so NDC John Dramani Mahama His Excellency and the Finance Minister Bank of Ghana Governor Johnson Pandit Esiama wamo injected those money no sika kase we $10 billion e dey go economy no mo dey ma commercial banks no e dey ma businesses ya mo na mo fa yem adwuma nipa na nkasa esenka motete to so ma no no kaka na wodo de adwuma de $10 ni bi e de be gu o manim na ya yetumi di security ho no de ada ho no a ye de boy ho brada a chi asem bi si a ye betumi di abo man no patam e de ama banks no se mo nye am fa ye adwuma na asem si nne se kim Ghana ni sika da ho e betumi di twitwa de ho se sika no e na NDC fuo wono mo di gu system ni mu se nkrofo bi no mo nye banks bi no mo nye na mo mfa nye adwuma na emma economy no mo enya mre emfa ma mo me ba cho $10 billion no adwuma betumi aye no e doso pa so aba we artificially with the good system nim that's the forex market no de gum e betumi esi a large scale industrial parks betumi at import dependency yaka industrial parks anyuma ankasa me betumi de create to reduce import dependency na yenkokrakra nyoma enfam bo my Ghana mu ha with dollar ye de bekwa kra nneoma e de aba ntina no ye hia dollar mpo mfa nya hwe se ye kokra emo ye kokra asichire ye kokra toothpick ye kokra engokoko ye kokra anwa ye kokra de abo memu no dollar ne de kra ba se ye tumi create a large scale industrial park no a eno betumi am ye reduce the import dependency no eso na the human so thousands of jobs ade ama Ghana mba $10 billion no ejima ba ko a ye yifru mu kro betumi aye in $10 billion mu no de betumi di bi ade aye no $10 billion ni no skani bi ye betumi di aye no ye betumi di expand irrigation networks irrigation because irrigation the artificial way of sending water to the farmland say bia ye ni nsuo ye mfuo mu ne ade no betumi create some canals bi no de nsuo dia famu senia na na de dan kwakufa do ye no one district one village one dam they betumi the bia irrigation networks mechanized agriculture and empowered farmers to produce more and earn more. It is a case of disika we edi rekru edwuma mu a na akuafo no how kase pa ne say climate change ebu a bra say nsuo to no nsuo ento a na e disika we bi edi abo om dey create irrigation dey ama wo mo na eno eti so ya ma akuafo ya show modern akuafo no momwa wo mo na momam incentives na ade nneema hodo mu hia nkana na do penso na mo ye free pruning yesanso ye bibia frɛ no pollination ene de akeka ka ho ina no ne ma akuafo no ya ma fertilizers free ne ade no akuafo mba ya ma scholarships ne ade no ka mo fa bi so enwura mu na antumi emmoa akuadwuma na Ghana fo yenja sɛ ya kra bibia di free kosi boroni krom ya betumi di $10 billion ibi de esiesie ya kwan yen hospitals ahodo yen schools ahodo yen energy crisis energy crisis and they dumso unhunu de ECG ye every month bia $90 million technical and commercial losses ECG encounter wo memu no ye betumi de bia wura mu na ye energy sector no etumi agya na so ye pa na ye investment akese e wo those sectors no na etumi abo man na nkasa eba no small medium enterprises and local manufacturing wo mo ye nyuma manufacturing e wo man Ghana mu ha ya food and beverages ni ade wo mo manufacture nyama hodo e wo man mu no ye betumi di nyama ni scan bi ewuro wo mu na ye Ghanaian own business na etumi aboa na etumi compete with the foreign ones na de bia no ye kra de ba no bet me compete with it in terms of prices. But a man yen no no kwa bank akobo bosia kra no interest rate dey pay no so no ontumi nti obejai no wa yen kuma bi na ja ono na ebusua na omadi nti say person support SMEs na say small and medium enterprises na any manufacturers are more Ghana ha e betumi the $10 billion ibi e dey room na etumi aboa e betumi dey create sustainable employment for the youth babu no ni adwuma ba na betumi create ama youth no e betumi discuss obi dey aye say enye temporary kra no and say enye permanent kra na at least some temporary jobs bi na umuso tumi ade enye adwuma aye sika we yebetumi dey no mabebrebe now so abawe e dey wura the forex market mu yey abawe dey wura forex market mu artificially and na wo mu e dey stabilize the cedi in the case the cedi is stabilized e ye de now so e artificial sa some to o man Ghana is say Kim na Bank of Ghana any sikada ho a ho be kire pa because Ghana ho no a gold purchase program omo ya this can be e de eso yen cedi na ho odin mu no and they say sika gold no eno no na ye de yakokra dollar ni bebre e de begu a eno no ye de ama banks no any businesses a instead say be mo tax waiving no na afa ye discount mom na ye de ma wo say mo fanwura mu na mo fanye mo adwuma na oman no masamba ye ho eden entere yen yɛfa konko ane yɛmbra bacha wo se video na ready a rolima me na yɛnda homres yɛne yɛwura Isaac Agent Donko Ibu ebedi nkomo ende anopay 39 minutes past the hour 8 bacha me best see ane abeto aso good morning fa konko
and doing so present your committees budget report. Mr. Speaker, I urge the Hamza department.
Both the minority and the majority MPs pushing and pulling it further. There's a scaffold that is breaking on the floor now of Parliament as we speak. Both the majority and the minority MPs now pushing and pulling each other on the center of Parliament, and it's unclear how the marshals will resolve this, but you see the marshals there now standing watching what is happening. And for those who just watching, the minority MPs proceeded from their seats. They moved from their seats to the center of the floor in an attempt to distract the happenings. You see the majority MPs shouting push as they push the minority MPs to go back to their seats now. It's a scaffold that has broken between the two sides of the House. The members of Parliament from both sides pushing and pulling each other as the minority move from their seats in an attempt to distract the proceedings of the House. The majority rose to their feet. They will not take anything of a sort from the minority. They have moved to make sure that the minority occupies their seat, go back to their seat, and allow the business of the House to proceed, allow the Parliament to proceed with their business. Before what we are seeing now, the
God bless the New Patriotic Party. God bless our beloved Ghana. And may God defend our democracy against all. Thank you very much. Minianom adofo media for yeshemu ha. Ene mamienu ena yede frɛ mu ma mo hwɛ me a yehyetuntum sanse ni braba. Ghana for koto aba, Ghana for kasai. Yede tumi ehye President Mahama ene NDC phone. na saa tumi a yɛde ma wɔn no ɛkamea kɔɛ sɛ ɔmpɛ sɛ ɔmofa Ghanafoɔ no mum afinie a Ghanafoɔ de tumi ɛhyɛ wɔn nsa nea nka yɛpɛ hu ne mpuntuo nea yɛpɛ hu ne ɛbɔhyɛ a wɔhyɛ Ghanafoɔ 24-hour economy kɛbɛyɛ yie na yɛ adwuma ɛnɛ yi ɛni hɔ nea Ghanafoɔ ɛpɛ ɛne ahotɔ ɛnɛ nkanea boɔ yɛatotom ɛnɛ nsuo boɔ yɛatotom ɛnɛ sɛ mekasa yi galamsey yi yɛtu ama yɛasɛe yɛ bibia ɛnɛ agyensɛmu ayɛ tantantan NDC for the gold board aba ɛno ɛna ɛma galamsey no kwa ɛdi yɛnya chance ɔmotɔ ɛyɛ gold ifiri galamsey fo yo intene NDC executives nyinaa no agyensɛm ɛwɔ kwaye mu sɛ yɛ kwaye ne yɛnsuo baabi a wɔbɛfa bia NDC executives ɛsɛe yɛwura President Mahama ɛhyɛ bɔ sɛ bɛbɔ yɛ kwaye ho ban ɛnɛ ɛhwɛ ne yɛsi na mmom ne abɛn na adwen ne sɛ ɔbɛka obi akasaboa ahyɛ ne yam ne ɛnyɛ ɔmo dia no ɔmo pɛ sɛ ɔmo fa ɛkwan bɔne bi so na ebedi wɔn sa yɛbɛka yɛ a yɛnim kwan a yɛde Chief Justice afasoɔ ewiase afa na nyinaa Commonwealth kora kasa tiae ɛnɛ yɛyi yɛ maame yɛfiri so ɛnkyɛ mo ho a ɔmo asa sponsor ɛyɛ petition bi a yɛpɛ sɛ yɛde yi Electoral Commission ɛne chidifoɔ nano yɛkɔda ne yɛsɔre ya kwandae Honorable Matthew Nyindam wadi nkunim ɛnyɛ mma no mmienu ne mmiɛnsa ne nnan ne ɔha ne ahanu bi no didi nkunim o mpem mmiɛnsa akyire ahanson ɛne aduasa nnan 3,734 votes no didi nkunim NDC for tabiri asemi di court omo de court no omo ankasa omo anum asem omo de call omo say 41 out of the over 150 polling stations no and omo ho asem ka in fact omo adanse ni a omo de ne kogina adaka mu kura no ono kura ne ka say aba omo ka ho asem nyina no be 500 votes anuanom ne adofo amahyiam esi there na 500 votes na efa 41 polling stations woni nti no jaja otena adwom ewo tamale enam kwati kwan so echinchim ye mmra no esi ye mmra ne tirase na osi wetwa abato ayeto ye ne nyinaa mu asefem Ghana mmra no eda adi pefe te ansa na ubetwa eye abato bi mu no yedi kan also kire mu se enema bi kɔɔso a etieti amra na saa nneɛma na ɛkɔɔso a etieti amra no saa nneɛma na ɛwɔ nsunsuanso a abatoɔ no ɛyɛ ne epie firi mu no ebetumi adane ani yɛwura Honorable Martin Nyindam ewini abayi 3,734 ɔmo de ɔmo asɛm kɔɔ court ni sɛ aba no 500 pɛ ɛna ɛho wɔ kyim esi den na court ɔtena adwam no etimi twa ɛyɛ abato a yɛkoto wɔ yɛ kwandae tinyinam emu ɔwerɛm empo wotie ensɛm
mene menua barima Isaac Ejin Donko Ibu Secondary Constituency Communications Officer yɛde bedi nkɔmɔ don hwere ba ko akade ye nemu no endum po de but ye ni nkɔmɔ ne nkɔ enem menim se me na manyisi no so na nyisi me de aro no but I wish and start channel work so nyisi me but me ngin say bu nyisi me good morning
brother
oh yeah
oh na hopo na adoma ye hu ye
me hu
amafu sisi ye hu ye
ana me say abrantie bi secondary boy on that me secondary zongo boy
yeah
pressure de to me do no because I was working there. You get it? I was working there.
And the matter say.
Ana asena ensamwa ehia ya ne ye kani na no na otie pa otwetwe bi so dugu ne ade recordings a wodon so do bebre. Asa me medi ne hwamo na mse na maye den. Asesa me na me interview no. Na me de say juma na me ye. Ebu esa mo ye bi fa wo because pressure ba me so ne Bosha ho do e se kendi nka by this time no kare ka o se nka mu hunu o se kendi constituency mu no enye no mu hui me bro
ana pe min che papa na min che wa hwefo pempem ma wo hwe he na yense electricity fu nkanka abani se dum so a mo fa timetable mbra
okay
cost of nya wonam le se wo sekuno mama me no mo won pa no anti na wo me nom na za wo de nam se fridge mu won ada djuma wo yenyen ewa obi no wa to di freezers akasa enam no buda wo ze be se fridge mu ama wo friend den so obi azechi na opero nya na de the next day na de ke na djumezi bia the following week o tun abaje no enam no nya le say ebi no pon won za say because 4 days in eno wonya kane a oha ba ebi o 30 minutes wa asena edumin aya enti sekune fo no wona asam part of physical do so kan na ebi no so just say wo friend den ho no oye wo friend den so do peak hours na enyama ye kakra ho nti why the peak demand na demand no was so nti wa ma onu nti no wodum no masre se nchiami bi wo ha hen electricity for motor time wa ha na ha na okwechi
okay
ha na okwechi
sure
on motor time wa ha commercial department of electricity company of Ghana Western region on motor time wa ha no won cheche won sem so if there's an issue be anima won be chem na won tume dey wo be na wo pe 50,000 won tume sisi station ya yama on time fe mo otum wa ba kan wona
see don 50,000 on church one easy
unto ama like for people are really suffering in secondary papa within the past 4 to 5 days now back to us American with regards to interviewer na wala host in area interviews upon interviews nsema esisa akase apata akakraka one because and the dancer ayumbe I met mbebun why 8 ana years in common and I work at him there yes what on books 20 copy book 20 copy books no 20 copy be 19 Ghana cedis or 18 na what the shipping na dey kan 19 cedis e China
okay
na embassy afford about e be turn 45 e be 55 e be 60 Ghana cedis depending on the area ana mbebo ni kacham da nti ibu amemete na haya amenyim the lawyer mess on nkofo ko Ghana gas oni obobo ekru bi ni the Nicholas won no ko bu power authority ni area ho kwekuma range area ho mbofo a wokọ kwekuma school a na woni notebook woni textbooks na aze nankasa ohwe na otobi mo on free no samaso me yedwuma nka mbofo mo kopina nko mo ntum nto books mo na na mtena odi ena mu da fa na asem kanya sesam wom ena mese na why dey ka no ni you kroma ha me NDC branch youth organizer obi anyim no mo bonizi na obi anyim no na se mama edwuma imo be che book 20 ama hu ni anom wa bra books no so 20 ni nyina 19 Ghana cedis one of the China be na one cotton botton water 50 ne 45 nti sa me mtena me edwuma ma fa asem ntum to book man and asem okay na Thomas home and it's true ese lawyer mesa former MP onyo from ko Ghana gas onyo from ko GMPC Gidco Bipo authority ECG na non keka ho ne nyina oye adwuma amama sekunafo won wa ha won ta aweba eze wo friend mo from 100 afi biara nyo mboko abrochiri because Europa achaba yo December bia afobo krumpo nko Togo border na cheche apart from that no so and the fishing industry adwuma bia obo sekunafo pa dem interview no wala na ye awo chema ba wala na ye mo ka che na obo fashion vessel e bien enka ya nekasa moe
oda me ntoko bi no me ku na mbese wo no ye communication officer wo no wo chem se my interview me interview pressure no mo dey to me so too much nti wo dey ho no dey
fashion vessel e bien ase ko ship e bien what fanam e bien wo di tinam mo epodo na da bra sekune mo woda edwuma mo from wako n'enyim ashaba afikunyi yente ho hwe
okay
ashaba ye okroma na baka China BU cost no waka je 100 million wo Germany $100 million wo Germany what the dollars ahwe wo Germany or the bottle cost yo BU na se krombo foma wa fisi kura ka edwuma ho ashaba I am one more pressure.
No, they be by me super.
I am because when you there interviews be out na apart from that, I'm the beginning stage also was.
No, I'm not denying.
I'm not denying. Never spy baby
around the fish.
And around the face one. Never spy baby out.
Okay.
Tell me so both one of them. What's the beginning stage? You also come. Masisi in 70 bits today. I can also the Insu factory labor.
February this year, no correct.
February this year, not Baba.
Ekaipa. Man, yes.
Yo, abadi.
Yo, December.
The Insu factory, because I want to wait more Insu factory to on Kawain.
But I started mwa.
Why?
Because me na me di in a man. Secondinsu, I mean, I'm the.
I already did in the man.
Down conference, secondinsu.
Okay.
Insu del. Okay.
I already did in the man. Hey, buddy. I didn't see a Insu na yehu. But my problem in the day. Comparably, obi etume secure ejuma obi ejuma Ghana Revenue Authority. Let's there. Nipo no ejuma Ghana Revenue Authority no. Ne ababu na another babu na we school no so okinye ejuma ya Insu. Bisa wona wo de Insu wo kwachima okroma ha no. Bisa wona wo twa won kawan. Ebi ejuma oji 20-30,000. You are comparing it to obi ejuma the thousands to the 1,005. There's a sharp and there's a huge difference. Ewa, enti ye tum bebu no fo, but we feel there. MPP ye kasa dodo. Sisi ya reality no because abandon kasa na part of it no. Oche mama won for any clear cut policy biara mbe ya. Oboboa bebu nbia wo sekune. Won for any clear cut policy biara mbe. Oboboa bebu nbia wo sekune. Coupled with nan kasa ne bossa kasa. Say, and then why harvest was a woman? Church invitation, uncle. Well, friend, then hairdressers and only a seamstress fear annually be a one. Sewing machines in the dry sea. This year we buy sent one call.
I'm here no money action because my sen car.
And so what's in there? A only is a currency development. One perception, one versus one kingdom.
Yeah.
What's on you know is a currency development when you be made and see. Ibinum so woko demonstration ibinum so say obo make sure that watching
yeah
osekuni and politicians they don't want to die in some a family issue sebio people say come by sebio na nyizim onyim nyansa de sekune ohene nyi wo bohwe mo watching
na kan na ni efi and osan wo party mu 20 years
apart from that or legal background ne papa no so na maame no so wo ijepade na nyema pi wo sekuna nkesekuna ohene bo a obo uni to their benefit ana
oba so ka legal background na me no ya because background no so okuta legal background
bona awo anepe bona ki legal background
me say so was it papa
me ku be akotro exams me ku be akotro law school exams
no
bisa kam na batas wo from kam na bisa
me kam na batas
onye bi no akotro law school exams on ko for exams paper 7 or pass 2 we fail 5 and come na batasa
no
and be sent law school exams no you be no control no why 7 or pass 2 or fail 5 and see me one I'm day me a mechanical engineer
yeah
but adam ko no way initiate him as an engineer I have to go and write exams and stuff to be an engineer into one meeting what the ing operate no be anything but them time in the put in name into yanko but this year me so I cannot call myself
an engineer
a
certified one.
Yes, I have the certification but I'm not certified
but they cool from engineer full cool no only certified with them
you been what only claim what a two humble from engineer doctor
Yeah.
More my office we will schedule for doctor.
Also from lawyer.
Or for lawyer.
Madam no from.
Oh, I for lawyer. Even also from lawyers. And see, on the chair dominancy, wo I would work law school. I work I'm 7, I will pass 5.
Okay.
And I will fail 2. Immediate nano or pass 2 no fail 5.
Yeah, going in.
Ashaba, and see, several more from one rapple. When I someone can you there? Bossa no odosun. Change the okay of set up music studio as me so do.
As I'm using that as a guest band in this house.
Enya na ekubi so what's a hospital no never base no wo gbem waye no.
Yes.
Hospital kese.
Me kai pa.
Hospital kese e wo never base. Okay then.
Ba ebu cross so de me ko. O de ehwe bi din kuma etire why?
Enya ampa ma so me jo ka. Ampa enya.
Ada you bi na me minimum wa line na.
Adi bi no so akolo school wa pass na.
Minia no ntu de o de do de me ha me.
Abaye.
Minim pass.
No so akon no kana asem bi na nyame no e bibia.
Say 4 years okra me ni problem.
104 years. 100.
Say me hear some baba be mu bi wan sa. Make an otia ma me a.
100. This I change off na no bill bi sa asem bi de. Western region Western region radio good. No appointment no man na.
Western region
radio good. Appointment
woni me no.
Woni na.
O da bi da.
Today yo de hu na.
O da bi woni me no.
Woni na anke to win party na so obi.
Ame ya boy woni me no.
Woni me.
Ana communicators be bro kra okra ni mo ba no communicate my party no. Na wo radio good Western region. O mu ni mo kra.
Why ko?
No, why ko? But yeah, but no so we you just 15 minutes be another 20 minutes be a wrap up that my pick a course 9 a.m. exactly. Yen share ahotoso amowo as DMB members ana ni kumba amowo say ne 61% onya ye 2023 primaries ni mo no obetumi outperform 2026 though he won 14 regions out of 16 when you're 61.43% and the close contender 37.41% Canadian in Japan 180,210 votes and Euro Canadian 71,996 Global Info for the reporter baby more 11% no associate camp DMB near DNA yeah but I quite more to so be a ye ni and into most of at performing on the 61.43%, come January 31st. Mammy, we quick one on this.
Yeah, my mankasa na young monko for me. Yeah, instead of any IMS research and marketing a youthful.
Okay,
and see, so I'm some young men are your partner. Say I am survey na research kaka. So Mumbu Munyanka, Dr. Mahmoud Baumia will not get the figure that we had last time, but he will win.
On to me, 61.43. No?
Yes, but he will win the primaries. I'm a staunch supporter of Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, but reality, onya the 61%, but he will win. Oh, the reason being that say your survey. I'm telling you the I can give you the sample size and everything. Okay. It's on my phone. What we did was, and there, realizing there, Dr. Brian Achampon, Natushi, Dr. Edichum, Community Japan. Now let me put Community Japan as a one for a trainer worker contest. No, a bien or Dr. Edichum, no, ni or friend then, Dr. Brian Achampon. They were part of Dr. Mahmoud Baumia's campaign then. Yeah. And Natushi too was supportive then. Okay. So it tells us that they were supporting Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. Now, once original be. One way or the other, see we knew about some child. This time around, no, Dr. Educhum, so when we know about votes in be. Now, baby Pia, not so our influence or her about to widen one. You get it? Apart from that, Dr. Brian Achampon, Nika across the country, baby Okobiara, the performance are another input or putty Eastern region in terms of Dr. Mahmoud Baumia campaign then. Now, during the main election, also input another effort other boy one. Nina Yaza yɛbɛka dɛ sisi an what no ho no sɛbi ɔntumi claim ni nyinaa but obinya bi wɔ papa na other places are or influence wɔ hɔ so it tells us that the vote that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia had ibinim benya kakra ɛwɔ dam party. That's why America there we have to in a way work tirelessly. Working tirelessly, solutions for ya can want some, but man can have because strategy. Yes, benya other candidates now should be one call for we have other campaign managers I know working honorable the camper. When you can say one so one hobium, even what Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Even what Cassie be okay, one or swing one call honorable Ken. But now they've sat down and realized the issues who are not no they are back. So dynamics different kakra. Sometimes I mean normally I am more complacency on setting yes on setting when so going forward ya make solutions and other ya nyeme pie that to now konima answer the makawa. I know that yes Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia will win but the figure no now I'm doubting it would be 59-58% instead of the 61 yes that he had last time. Yes, we are looking at 50 Lion we were looking at 58.7 thereabout. Yes, 58.7 thereabout. You can put this figure down and maybe United first Ebakare members can come Wahabium during the 2028 election. So it tells us that it will Jumaye and the good so and I know that God and Allah will see us through. Looking at the Ijuma, Papa Noye, looking at Ijuma, one was nature, looking at Ijuma, Samuel Bawumia, God will see us through. These are the issues I can say I get there how things will go.
Yes, so that why but also a band pa bit say you run an akomia our campaign member 2024 can a deputy chairperson.
Yes.
And my daughter had Mahmoud Bawumia campaign no year. Or band pa and when nim kwa mo fast one in your one more year underground da. O met me out performing because 61.43%, you know. Now even mukra kase. I was said Dr. Had Mahmoud Bawumia 31st January to me massive vote crab be 70%. No to me scare obiano next time, you know. Obeso ben no obeska e papa do ko bebubu nem na embo even crying this for no kokose papa no ni onya no 2023 no e sia wa ye nwuma yi amonya e bia 70% but 58.7 e dey as a enye nkrashe bi say
no the massive endorsement na e ka wan sam no it's true there a massive endorsement it scares your opponent that all party behind they are all behind you and who they are and make or survey or your opinions but I mean na make the solutions wo ha ya do to ha ibutum ya kosoro ask them if they use them strategy na no kamera and sometimes if we sit on radio what we have to do we need not to and I mean you see the word complacency you more setting then people will go and relax. Normally, I'm a command and come a moon days and care a survey no be benya bear 80%. Tell the person that you are going to get 40%.
You better do 780
and more remember
okay
and for the person to work more. Okay, another about a week to election I catch and this was what we did. This is what we told you. We wanted you to work more.
Okay.
To achieve maybe 90%. And to say, ebinya dam 80% na. Oh, mampu fire analysis. Why kukuma we munda malemenye 80% mamenda kakra. But when you are not getting the percentage that you want to win, another you want to win with. That's why more the lesser number no. No, hey, Charlie, let me hit the ground. You will see that you will be working tirelessly towards a number baby until 2 minutes them so soon about 10% back away to 90.
Yeah.
Then later then you will be okay with it and you see that the result itself will pop up for you to see that
very well.
Not knowing you are doing well.
Okay.
And see, must say must share DM before or across the country. Let's work tirelessly for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia to be our flag bearer. I've reiterated the point that Ghanaians need the man. Because looking at the strategies, how do you call it? Solutions are here that the Bob Ghana for them. We cannot do away with it. And it's doable. Onyazi being here rocket scientists to come and tell us that the Mazi. As not in your practical boy doable, you put to me aye. And it's a Ghana for Mankasa, why Jinatum, and the da, sir. Nam news can it's now in Brunei Castle. And credit score system, Naya Kena, Mercade. Say teacher ni be Juma now at all 2-bedroom house, and now it's 2-bedroom house. I bet you will be 60 years. You will be there, or when you be 50 something, son with 2 incident. But I been non real estate developers in a car. Now say, teacher ni electron for 30 years mortgage. I'm watching ya woman mortgage. Electron 30 years, or but them free, or another dia. I buy was serve as a conduit. We did the same too. How do you call it? 1D1F. And you know, us at Aban na Exim Bank, Aban Ojin and Finfin. Aban Ajulona, I'm a company no. Then a bit in the Wamco. Same what you Wamco too no. Aban Ojulon, my Wamco to cocoa beans so process. Into process you walk cotton, one processing a product in the then Sikana ba Aban for tomb. Then what took a crack what I'm Exim Bank would you take only. Now then can I company no for the company to be operationalized. And say bon there. Day in day out will check on the company so what from Kofun wage ma. Same is applicable to what ne yellow can with regards to them or friend and credit score system. Apart from and then I banier the mortgage cash ho. She say or casa where we Ghana ha companies be what to be. I know a company what to be. Abenu company what you ma company pickups what you ma company nanka kanka annually bia budgetary allocation what you bia more.
Okay.
So now MTN what the phones ma individuals then they put lock on it. Busum biara entuma ambo we mbotu na send momo na etua. Se ntua obo locking. Atasa. Now nkofo agima nkofo wonyi burden bia da what say 3,000 4,000 no work to phone amunum wona. What spread them also 1 year. In every month you beat your 400. They are using the phones.
All right.
Now, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia bought Star Oil. One about the dancer. What's your name? What's the Buno later? Do you understand Buno later? And the Uganda card, and the Star Oil, more than a day. Equa, a truck driver, and a taxi driver. Equal now. Then, and I tell you, Juma, the whole day.
Okay.
Okay. This is what Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia was talking about. It is a Ghana for MTN Asatri, Star Oil Asatri. Nesse, as a man, your president also put to our boy me the Mujumeya. Nam Brente yesterday, Padebo Brano.
Ebu matemedas companies bebre no na omodom hu rasa credit score system na work no asa e chire he crown say ebi wase
ankofu we
so mom ye bisa odo Ghana card kwa na mama
antina we ene na asa Ghana from also dem make curtains na nyem bi asa and now from now so I remember na echi dem ma be
okay
enya mate Ghana so ya akono to okashem de echi
oda wa ya nkọ pandai na pandai no e de be wura parliament and no say we share video na see in fact chaos now no den but near na minority can say you hold on with the businesses of the day and at the government business na yen shape and that issue na yen settle yes because letter mo come EC dated 4 December say mo declare seat in vacant no there's a court suit pending that is the state of execution pending but parliament and rest the way now omo de kata koma EC and na de basabasa yo no ni ade ba ye and also party no so your press conference e condemn that act na parliament ahwe na omo aye no ne ya e de ntina say NDC ya no omo twuma bo so sa no ase e twem bi abo so sa
ajaba
ye
ehun de odu bi wa yan party funa na de yan full soldiers na so oye de world experience da menyemen na ama echina wakada kɔto aba ɛmfa me bu no ho ebufu ana ɔkyerɛma ba no ho ebufu ana de obi otu wo ifi a ɔyɛ delegate ɛsɛ wakagya mu one bag bi no ho ebufu na mfa nkorin ana de mfa nkorin wo ba ne ofan education ana de wo ba na adwumasam ɔkyerɛba hwɛ ɛhwɛ morkodo ɛwɔ parliament a ɔrekodo ɛwɔ Ghana nyina ebungu de NDC for they have a motive. They started with the Chief Justice.
Sure.
I was asking a question yesterday on a sister TV station that I say primary phase na establishing a Chief Justice and a career on a nukunu otukan. Our one uncle say one brim there obutum nyene hokafo ana there na family member nyene tukan. Oba allowance na oba jeno awo Chief Justice $100 or no lower than $50. Ochoba Chief Justice append this signature on checks sir. Judicial service we have accountant today and accountant or judicial service. On our append this signature and
sure.
Your auditors internal auditors or ana. Okay, into say young friend let me assume without admitting. My mena kaji allowance we am nukuna. Na so uncho yeah. Them kofuna washa wana wo them brand wo hin. What has happened to the accountant? Our appended in the signature on the one you do diligence. Auditor, internal auditor no hin. Mama catch my son. Now so into a calculated attempt. The people are still there working. I wanna where technocrat. Where you jumana? My men only more. They are still at post, but you want a frivolous excuse or reason to remove the woman. I'm a marker toward a judge. Meaning, me been what say new sites na non kakakao. Yen be me PTT. Mem kojogging or abuana and whom they Jonah trim the women can chamar record at war. Most my banner marker, a woman in Kanche, no more kojogging. No way you ready. Is that the way we want to go? Fast forward, now they petition the EC.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Now they want to go to Parliament and get the 2/3. Yeah, they have it because of some independent candidates. Okay, but they want absolutely NDC because independence will be able to why skirmishes at one.
Yeah.
That's why they are anxious about. And you may be warrior. And I had members of Parliament to work as I was say, warrior, friend then, Pandai, or if you work as a Sumo Sadi.
Okay, German South, Canada, moi.
And yeah, what how on earth, and I want my judgment. Achimaba, never will end these social media commentators saying it on platform, saying that Yelba Boko, or friend, by election. Na judgment mba pado o si de na judgment in liki on the nchen ochemaba menyu ka say wo interview one another NDC lawyer na ozi case na nyim no court no wo interview wo be the Obini station obibi say no ose na one as on nom wo do court no there sente na wo yi fee oye pandai wo do court mali then you now you saw on TV how we brutalize NDC fogu wo pede wo say wo mpo wi wo ya basabasa ya ho ni nyina ya wi o tie bien us na wo dey 41 or 41 police stations no wo do court there one shall one nullify ana so why there now rerun of the entire election why
the court order charge na
on America there ni pano na san court no us me the 41 police stations na mda ba court I'm not the mass marble koto. No most 41 police station no mu na asam ho. Kan wa asam mam. O se na wo get na gom. E be ka che the check election for full. I don't know me na dwunu kwanyema bi de November 2024 so 2023. Akosombo. President Mama Kijo ke che hende. We wu there. Na do gba akufo na appoint judges for Supreme Court na nkaka ho. Enti were MPP judges. Into anusu ba about appoint NDC card bearing member judges. On the Muntum of Obio Asam no kan wa no kan. because judgment no be partner this fool or Twitter or Facebook na otie bien you put na some man also 40 polling stations mam now also the S1K election the entire election ya we run and then when the 40 polling stations no I want to yin them on your vote akase into ko to be mu po bo win bi ma na until the NDC be da na oya question
Esiano judge no or the ruling yaba also file list of execution or court ni adia near course of parliament and run because yes
on the yakade I don't know if baby no baby o
yes
into ama NDC for I am bold in one Uncle Ossidan on board one Uncle Ossidan and let's say obi the master miesi on you judges na sabe on you be more obafa Uncle what they say stay of execution akwa. Why do the clerk of parliament or come and you see there? Where offending by election for the way for parliament? Why? And then we say I got join news or KB no interview na the pay. Or see MPP could have wait them and then I say no I and there say if the judgment no obapado or nda. And then the high court to say appeals court but na some no code cases no code and one media person a lawyer be saying so why didn't the clerk no so why the one trend no court no so one for judgment chamber and say no attract easy how many days and see on na o me etina wa e be say what is happening in Ghana is it that the president mama ne third term na by force of the okono no na president mama ko third term ni wi a obe fido then you've opened the floodgate for obi so na mo ko third term ewa anko third terms ni wi a on so amend the constitution there is our monarchy of the number mbra is that how you want to govern the nation from during the time military dictator on the crowd support Jemo President Kufuor? What have they seen in 2028? What have they envisaged? They are not treating the youth of this country fairly. They are not giving us jobs. So they know the hardship in the system. Is that the reason why they've started this constitutional review? Achimama, ikroma haya wonehun. Ghana for their wide awake. Why then our referendum? Na mbebu na ko promise one agenda 133 say 311 so or town. E de dwuma na dam won so motumo no kotetem. Mo ye nyina anyen. And ehu there onye there e be see da e okroma ha. Na yakada this is the first time I be see. Na ye hu dem nyeme. Ja chikwesi ni case amasem no see. I was watching a video on Facebook. NDC were chanting their age of border songs and marching in parliament, saluting people, giving ice right and stuff because of this articulation issue. Abba SMC was asking for parliament. So why now? Yeah, then and Brennan and then. And in the majority leader, national kind on problem and personal opinion on no bakaka na asam. So what does it mean?
Once a question crampo there no be na a criminal you be crampa no more kan wasemo. Crampo is very serious because perjury and forgery. Crampo ne man kwan say on parliament but we on say be go
nullification of results.
I no no so mo dey no yes on free parliament ne ye go ye run no ho.
And America chow there. Obi azina some courts now the 40 polling stations now the quay. NDC when we there why emboldened there offending one president ben why appoint NDC judge 69 per president Mamman no mean say more keno why appoint NDC judge 69 until they feel that as some no could be alone case tree now connect the man clerk of parliament. What do you have to do if the majority leader is calling for the minority in one trend then there say any boy the man clerk so I the leader of the house a catch non trend kakra and on do letter and kawas embassy so ni nyanko breno me have seen that president mama na third time bid the upper way on yam in America team enyim same da kwa
Maybe some dark.
And you mean oh, you're going special prosecutor. NDC for one.
I'm not a PR Robia.
Public relation the BBC
or Kasama SP.
Oh no, on news file last week Saturday. Us in there. President Mahama na NDC for. What's the WhatsApp group? Supreme Court judges and our judges wado. And what's the WhatsApp groups are? Them group now judges wado no. Journalists wado. CSOs no be wado. And now other government appointees who swear then wado. No what take decisions. Now me more tramus no me there. Say you come ha na CSOs, journalists. Or platform don't can hear. Na judges na your pattern ten na your one. Who we end this platform down? What for again? What is serving injustice? Kroma ha. Most of parliament you boom. Achibaba. Most of parliament you boom because Simon Accra me attach there. President Mama judges in your son or platform when you end this for do. One journalist fu bi na mo en asem no nyina wo ka wie no a cha some something ayi ne kan also they've given us work to do. I got something I mean this fire I did be more class. Also they have given us work to do. I mean you know what I'm wonder why we be creating new regional want to me I bet you man what I'm wonder why Dama Okoto sanitary pad. What about to Chroma? I wonder what the better 15 Ghana cedis here, 45 cedis here. As some now you media men on the platform now, we'll tell one count. Now, I or friend and judges Nyaka went to man castle no some apps now.
Ebo yes sell Umbo Kishria and yes swell. Sana Ebebu, so Obo Kishria and I bit me as swell. Party as an MPP. In fact, my phone woman guna come and also come on and nanwa mo launch the newly amended constitution mo bobo no me bebre so. Nti media meka na me bisa say nti mo sua bibi e dey free mu ana party.
Ochemaba. Some no nka nipi na ono oye.
Me yanka so obeka say bia e party nti no. O be say beka party won asa.
Ayadam. Ban sem bi wo ho a. Yesu hazi.
Sure.
Because I mean I want open the media so me blame the nado.
Na oye de no nya bibi
oh no so then dey bia awe fu there media for ebi me wan for bo na so bosom so you pay na mo chema bi there chema ba me pay am agi enwa je kakra from media for na nyimpa no on face ka no nkone communication directorate wo be complain more na no ka se mo si mutum ka radio do me have been a communication officer for 12 years.
Yeah.
Muntum ka radio do.
Okay.
I want another I blame the Nado for that. Because some you jinahin jina or nyame ya anke enyime yenyi. Ono jina ya mempa there. Ya baka bibia no. But our lesson going forward. And then Nado, what can one some one po you jinahin wen. But ya obi no ho a eke President Kufuor no answer ma come na Japan no they can come and defend President Kufuor.
Yeah.
Fatima Abubakar.
Yeah.
No mu there. Oh yeah. Obey Juma no. You deny no way. And see, I wonder that we don't want to talk about it though.
Okay.
We don't want to talk about it. Going forward, you know. And check. What's the binum one more so binum na anamuntu papa. Anya ban papa no woman no. And Timoli ya watch a platform by the judges. And journalists na nonka kan wada to di. And say yes no ya the papa na so bani baby butu ya bi. But MPP in believing there you back to platform ya the judges aka ho. Wa bring him the judges no. Ghanaians they've lost hope in the executive.
Okay.
They've lost hope in the legislature. The only resort that they have is the judiciary. Ne President Mama Perocho they are born to honor for the Konadu.
The time aso and them do for course. Aka 2 minutes near we. Course 2 minutes then I'll be about how many seconds. Mam fancy we have fancy.
How we are saying is Here na say yan judges in the NDC for more ye a many no yan judicial system on only a wow a many.
Okay.
Because looking at in some more or ninya why I want to tell the so NDC case under the hair NDC by me so doing and it shouldn't be so. Now companies away international companies say anyone deal na no ka now what's one for national bagano court to be mu international arbitration
sure
what kind of judgment or why should yan system no do to or reduce to that because of the political by concave lens and this from one judges and say what that's one
ibu mi da say ye bra so yin fancy I me aduma e Thursday be shia 28 minutes past the R9 enyum we A+ na boy ye man fan to secretary bi hono na me no emedinkra
Someone can say friend me kwame dey plus. Enti debi me say mo sa bembebo. Asambebo, bo hon beko. O mai sika we bi a she uboto. Abembebo, utri bebo. Enti debi me say mo sa bembebo. Asambebo, bo hon beko. O mai sika we bi a she uboto. If you are the one, wanna rukoto. And some fun koso Ghana kwame media meka. Means roni pada seni dia beba. Nipa bone fun aba ben mu ema. Moja ye de ku di your man si why kwa. And this is for your brain ya peprese. Come ahunya hia na se o man yima. Koko football bo. Unya ni ma forget as an intro. And this is the best school dying contract. Ebi beba. Nanso yes e okuje to nipa befa. Dictionary printing. Ebi beba. Nanso
mo fa memra ne enyum ne me de pa me be se Ghana fo tie bie wo da munya ntokwa na omo kro munya wo mo na omo no pen 40 se mo na mo ku a enye mo den ba me be se ko fo tie enyum bi A+ nde wo ye adwuma ma NDC enyum obo ye ebre bi
ta se she ne proye na etu atese omo mpa Ghana ye obi apedi obedie akeba ne sign na teacher ko fi Adams enya sikesi adan tale how come but no more people mahama go bring come opana de I don't know what they wrong am hey ya na ma fe papa je obusu bempa fami ko hu jeje ontina sen hwe mamundi nsemfo sei na na kunu
nsemfo na NDC edi abre bia A+ boy in 2016 no the same nsemfo na wo mu edi ijabranti anyum we remes that's evensia Yabrason 9:30 is on the dot Same ama kebro from meboa I'm fast down farmer abrasa wa mani apo abo ame na menda ibu ase skene from Pomanso very my band na Kredo Abu Prah executive producer DJ Boy Black Foreigner Joe Jaro Care Same omuna MC many edi watch Ramaba ASN cha radio PRO yami adma Thursday china in West in the morning edi bebra be suma on Western Diamond TV Kubala Baruki Ja Itabi Ajagrabi Rabasaka Abinzi Abazi Good morning.